Good morning. Good morning. Let's talk about the Sunday reset for Black women who are embracing ease. Today, I would like for us to get together and work on our own individual Sunday reset plans. You may see some YouTube videos out in the world where Black women share what their Sunday reset looks like, but I think some things are missing in most of their plans for adult women. It's no surprise that I think a lot of these videos and the soft life videos are really missing the mark. And so, what I want to talk about today is how to make a Sunday reset plan for yourself that actually accomplishes some things. We want to accomplish some rest, we want to accomplish some intentionality. Tico, I'm house sitting, and Tico was fine, and now he's not. We want to accomplish some rest, some intentionality. We want to get our stuff organized for the week, and we want to spend our Sunday exploring some new possibilities. R.I.S.E, rest intentions, set up stuff, and explore new possibilities. I think that's a Sunday reset. So today we're going to work together on my Sunday reset plan. They're going to be two different plans because we're two different people, but we're going to work on them together at the same time. But first, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Stephanie Perry. I'm a house sitter. I'm the creator of House Sitter School and the co-creator of Exodus Summit, and I help Black women take a sabbatical, bop around the world as a nomad, take a career break, move abroad entirely, while embracing ease. If these things sound good to you, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. So the button, hit the subscribe button thank you, and then turn on notifications, ring the notification bell, and you'll be notified when I post a new video or when I go live. Welcome. And welcome, friends. Good morning, everybody. How are y'all? Nurse T. Marie, Empress, High Vibe, Kimberly, how's everybody? Kemi, all good things, no, all things woman. Patricia, Tico, get away from my light. Okay. A lot is going on this morning. Tico knocked my makeup bag on the floor in the bathroom. And so I had to clean up some mess. Some things broke, which means that I use my fingers to put my makeup on instead of makeup brushes. And I also came away with a lipstick that I don't like because Tico lost my lipstick. The cat I'm house sitting for lost the lipstick that I like the best. It's somewhere in the house. And so I'm wearing a different one that I think is too dark. And a lot is going on this morning. How are you guys? I want to get into the Sunday reset. Tico, please. Jesus. He keeps bumping into my light. You're going to break that. Go away. Go away. He's really cute and he's really sweet. But also, like, sometimes, go lay down. Go lay down. Let me get rid of some of this. I don't like the way this looks. It looks very dark. I don't do well with dark lips. I look like a deceased person. But he lost the one I like, and so it's just going to be what it is. And also, it's really dark in here for some reason. Also, my hair's not done, so you'll see random. I'm supposed to stick to this direction. I'm supposed to sit like this, so you can't tell that my hair's not done. I got a lot, okay? But it's Saturday, but we're going to pretend it's Sunday, and we're going to work through our Sunday reset. Okay, everybody good? Anything new happening that I need to know about before we get started? How's everyone? Okay, let me take a deep breath. Anyone have a Sunday resets? Anybody have? Let's first. Can we talk about how you normally feel on Sundays? I sent an email out that said, for a lot of people, Sundays are the pits, especially Sunday afternoons and Sunday evenings. So if you work if you work a schedule where Sunday is the last day of your weekend, how do Sundays normally feel for you? And yeah, Jazzy D says, note to self, Tico proof when house sitting. I've been keeping the bathroom door closed pretty faithfully, but for some reason I forgot to keep it closed. I don't know if it was open all night or just this morning. He's a kitten. He's a few months old. I don't know. He's a few months old. He's a kitten. He's good size now. He grew up. I house sat for him last month and this month. And last month he was tiny, and this month he seems normal sized. So he's growing really fast. So if you would, let us know what Sundays feel like for you right now. And I hope that by the end of this video, you'll have a plan to make Sundays better. If your Sundays are already awesome, share that with us as well. Yeah, what do Sundays feel like for you? The ABX girl says exhausted. Levon Hawkins says stressed. Yeah, he loves taking the dirt out of that plant. I'll put it back in. He loves taking the dirt out of that plant. Aileen Brown says Sundays are okay in the morning, but they get dreary the closer it gets to the evening, and I know Monday morning is coming. This video is for you, Aileen. This is what I know about Sundays. This is what I remember. I didn't work a normal schedule at the very end, but I did work. But I've always had that feeling the night before the last day off, or the afternoon before the last day off, of like, ugh, here we go again, right? And so I hope that we can work together on this so that it no longer feels like that. The R.I.S.E method that we're going to work through today, that I made up, okay? Everything is made up. I made this up. I think we're going to work on our own personal R.I.S.E method so that Sunday no longer feels like a decline. The way I would describe my previous Sundays would be the falling, sinking feeling like I'm falling, starting Sunday afternoon. But we can rise into Mondays. We can rise from Sunday into Mondays. And I think that we can work on some things together. Poof, be gone now. And I'm propping my thing up on a book and a thing, and it's kind of wobbly. So my screen's going to be wobbly today. A lot is happening. This is my last day in this house sit, though. Anyway, Sunday blues. Poof, be gone now says the Sunday blues are real. Truckerette says Sunday is a day to prepare for the work week ahead. And I think that's why so many people despise Sunday afternoons and Sunday evenings, because of that. Toya Washington says the worst. All I think about is Monday. Okay. Brittany Joy, now that I start my work week on Tuesday, Sundays are my new me day to ease into things on Monday. So this is a good point. My Sunday isn't always Sunday. I generally, now that I'm a coach and a YouTuber and a writer, my Sunday is not the same as what it used to be when I had a job. I now generally work Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That's my normal work week. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday are usually full work days. And then Sunday, once a month when I have YouTube Success Society coaching and now do a house sitter school group call instead of individual calls. Now that I do that on Sunday, that's the first Sunday of every month. That's a really long day. Well, like noon to 5. Sunday is a longer day, but Monday and Tuesday are days that I take off now from coaching and from YouTube things and from Exodus Summit things, and I use Mondays to be a writer. Monday and Tuesday are my writer days. So technically, for most people, they would consider Monday and Tuesday the weekend, and so Tuesday night would be Sunday. But I don't like to prepare for the week on Tuesday night. I like to prepare for the week on Sunday and have my Monday be the easiest day ever, right? My Mondays and Tuesdays are easy days. All I need to do is sit in a chair and write, which is not easy. If you're a writer, you know it's not that's the hardest part. But all I have to do is sit in the chair and write. But I don't have a lot of other things to do. So, but I still like to use Sunday as my day to prepare for things for the week, so that the first thing in the week is the easier thing. All that to say, you don't have to be working on your actual Sunday plan, your Sunday reset to work on your weekly reset. Okay? Your weekly reset is whatever day you say it is. Okay? It's whatever day you say it is. So but I still do mine on Sunday, even though Monday and Tuesday are technically my weekend. Okay? All right. So I would like to talk about do we want to get into the first thing? So I would like to talk about why we're talking about this, and then we'll talk about the R.I.S.E. I watch YouTube videos a lot, as you know. I'm a fan of YouTube. I'm a coach of YouTube. I watch a lot of YouTube. And I've seen a lot of Sunday reset videos that are all about shopping and skincare and not about the actual care for yourself, not about, and most importantly, not about making sure that you have a good week and a better week, right? Better than what it would have been if you hadn't done these things. Skincare is for the future, but skincare isn't going to make your Monday or Tuesday a better day, right? Getting a manicure and pedicure will give you a smile, but it's not going to make you less despise the job you go to. But I submit that we could actually together craft a Sunday reset that makes our week and our life better. That makes our week and our life better, not just prettier. Okay? I have major beef with the soft life girls because what they're talking about isn't really a soft life. We can work towards a soft life by making a Sunday reset plan. I think we're going to work on it today. I think that does not involve the superficial. I'm fine with superficial. I've spent hours this week putting these twists in my hair and I put my makeup on today, right? I'm not anti-superficial. Sometimes I paint my nails, right? Or get my nails done. I'm not anti-superficial. Do the things that make you feel good. I'm into feeling good. But there is there are long run things that we are ignoring, casting aside, that we could work on, that could make our life better, our week better, and our life better. Your life is just a bunch of weeks, okay? Your life, our life, my life, just a bunch of weeks. And there are things that we can do to make sure that we enjoy the weeks more. Every time I turn my head, you're going to see more parts of my hair that are undone, but I need to plug in my computer. We can enjoy our weeks more. We can enjoy our lives more. We can work towards living our dreams if we come up with some things, including one of the things. Sunday reset is not a cure-all, but it is a thing that will help us. I believe that, okay? I'm going to put some water on him because he's about to mess up my whole setup. Go away. Go away. Thank you. I had to do it. I had to do it. Now I've done stuck my fingers in my water, and I need to go get another water. I'm gonna have y'all write something down soon so I can go up in the kitchen and get a new water because I done stuck my fingers in my water. Okay? Okay. All right. So somebody's with me. Kemi's with me. Kemi is dark skinned woman. She's with me. Okay? We can do the superficial things, but we don't want to ignore the real. We don't want to ignore the deep down change that we can make if we are more intentional. Kemi, another Kemi, all the Kemis are here today. Hey, Kemi. Kemi Apple says the soft life seems like consumerism to the 10th power. That's right. That's my beef, right? Ivana Robinson and I made a video together called Black Women and the Soft Life Lie. Because to afford that stuff, those women are working jobs they hate, going into jobs that are stressful and killing them, or dealing with men who they hate, men who are stressful and killing them. Whatever way they're getting that soft life money may not be soft. And it's probably not a soft life. I'm yelling. It's not a soft life, right? It's just a pretty life. I like pretty. I love pretty, okay? But pretty's not gonna make your life the life of your dreams. I want Black women to live the life of their dreams. I want Black women to take time and dream, and I want Black women to live that dream. Okay? All right. Okay. All right. I think you're with me. I'm looking through the chat. I think you're with me. So let's talk about. So I wrote out some stuff. Let me look at my notes. We want to talk about how to mindfully prepare. A lot of what we do is out of habit. We want to talk about how being more mindful and preparing for things can make our week and our life better. So let's talk about these intentions. Okay, so rest, number one. So I made up the RISE method: rest, intentions, set up the stuff, and explore new possibilities. Rest is pretty self explanatory. Sunday, give if even if your whatever your Sunday is, even if your Sunday includes a lot of things to do, put on your calendar rest. Nap, a nap is right. You should be able to sleep until a regular amount of time. You should be able to nap. I hope y'all can ignore the cat. I'm sorry. Okay. I said last week it was going to be better this week. Nap, right? Sleep until the right time. Don't wake up extra early and wake up when you're still tired. Sleep until you're finished. Take a nap and go to bed at the right time. I think that that is rest. That is my rest recipe, right? My rest recipe. Um, Yeah. What else do we need to say about rest? Is there anything else we need to say about rest if we're talking about our RISE method? I hope you can ignore him after a while. Because this is a video that I think can make a difference in your week. Tomorrow is Sunday. And so tomorrow, Sunday, you could have a whole new outlook on the week. I think. I think so. So I hope you can ignore him. Okay. He'll go to sleep eventually. Good morning. Good morning. All right. Anything else about rest? Sunday, a day of rest is the Sabbath. For some, make it a rest day. Whatever your Sunday is, remember, we're talking about your day. Doesn't have to be Sunday. Whatever your day is, make sure that there is rest involved. That was the first thing. R, that was easy. The I in rise, how to make our Sundays rise instead of fall. The R in rise is to set our intentions for the week. So the way that I've been looking at things, I wish I had my calendar here. Actually, I'm going to get up and get my calendar and get some water. So can you in the chat let us know how your week, can you look for a second at your calendar right now? And then in the chat, let us know how that makes you feel. What do you feel when you look at your to-do list or your calendar for the week as it stands so far for next week? Or if you don't have next week's done, look at last week's. How does that make you feel right now? I'm going to get my calendar. I'm going to replace my water. And I think that's all I needed to do. Okay, can you in the chat, seriously, take a second, look at your calendar either for next week or last week. Look at what's actually listed on the calendar. And then give us a word or a sentence on how it makes you feel, what you feel when you see that. I have on my pajama pants and a shirt. Let me pull myself up. Okay, I'll be right back. I'll be right back. All right, so this is my calendar that I'm using right now. I go through various planners. I was using the Full Focus planner. My main concern for a planner is that it feels good. I want a planner that actually feels good. My hands are still a little damp, so it looks funny. I want a planner that feels good, and this has that suede-like feel to it. I got it at Target. It's the Every Girl Day Designer. My main concern is that it feels good, and then second, I like to make sure that there's space. This one happens to be a planner that you put your own dates in, but I like to make sure that there is space to write like goals. goals or plan, like what the main thing is that I need to accomplish for the week. Some don't give you space to do that kind of thing. So the last time, so I haven't used this planner in a couple of weeks because I've been running on, I've been like running on like playing catch up. When is the last week that I actually sat down on a Sunday? I filled this out on Sunday. November 20th is the last week that I actually took time to fill out the calendar. I wrote down the main things that if I do these things this week, it'll be a good week. Fill the next three clients challenge, right? So this was the week before the next three, get your next three clients challenge. So I wanted to make sure that we had all our students in the challenge. I wanted to write a survey for my audience because, I want to get sponsors. I didn't do it, but that was a thing on the week. I wanted to tighten a couple of more chapters of Job Detox. I don't think I did. Wash and twist my hair, probably did that. Make a Wednesday YouTube video. So I write actual like to-do things and then I fill them out during the week. This makes me feel like I'll need to be organized. Looking at this makes me feel pretty organized, but also busy, which I don't like to feel. I don't like feeling busy. So when I look at the last week that I actually put on my paper calendar, I feel like I'm going to be busy and stressed out, and not really how I want to feel. So let's see what y'all put. Luxury? Okay, good. Lady Sarita says when she looks at her, she feels luxury. Okay. Reggie, hi Reggie. Last week looked like an explosion of tense anxiety, dealing with corporate conflict, ongoing meetings, never ending. Okay, some of y'all can identify that. The rest is up to you. When I have free time, I feel like I need to schedule my time, otherwise I waste it trying to figure out what to do first. I think you can fix that by embracing free time. Normalize free time. Normalize free time. Oh, Adelia loves these planners. Okay, this is the first time I bought this one. I alternate. I just want a planner that feels good. The Full Focus planner comes in a linen cover. I like that one, but it's big and bulky. I'm saying that, and this thing is huge. This thing is humongous, but I just want a planner that feels good. If I'm going to be opening it, touching it, carrying it around, looking at it all the time, I want it to feel good. And I love this color. Coral is my color. I wear this color. I love this color. This is my color. So when I saw it, I was like, this one. It must smell funny too. Every pet I've house sat since I've had this has sniffed it a lot. So it must smell funny to them, but I don't smell, it doesn't smell like, it just smells like paper. But I'm getting off topic. Okay, you already know I got it at Target. If I didn't say it, you already know it. Absolutely, I got it at Target. Onward says looking at her schedule makes her feel very stressed for sure. It's been that way for a while now. All right. And if you use your phone, that's fine. I also use the Google Calendar. Google Calendar is for the actual stuff, and then I put what needs to be done on here, right? So I use Google Calendar for events, for things, and then this for things. I think you understand what I'm saying. Yes, okay. But when I look at my Google Calendar, it doesn't make me feel anything because I blocked it off. A lot of time it's just blocks of me being like, no, nothing scheduled here. I'm off here. I don't know. My Google Calendar doesn't make me feel anything. Okay, H&D abroad. Danica says getting lighter for the holidays. Okay. Patty says her calendar, looking at her schedule makes her feel alive and anxious. I have several new clients. Congratulations, Patty. All right. So not anxiety. Anxious and anxiety, I think, are two different things. You said anxious. Anxious is like focusing on the things that you don't want. It's the opposite of faith, I think. I'm making this right. Everything is made up, but I would say it's the opposite of faith. When you have that feeling of things, it's like focusing on all the things you don't want, all the possibilities that you don't want to happen. So instead, focus on the possibilities that you do want, right? Okay? Focus on the things you do want. The educator's schedule makes her feel overwhelmed. Tracy says light intentionally. Yes. Savvy Soldier, excited. Okay. All right. So I think that what we do, the I part of our Sunday reset, rise, is looking at the calendar, seeing how you feel, and then asking yourself, but how do I want to feel? Okay, so I look at my calendar, I feel like I'm going to be busy. I feel busy when I look at this calendar, and I feel like I'm going to be running on a wheel. How do I want to feel? I want to feel like I'm empowered and prepared. I want to feel, instead of busy, I want to feel on schedule, but I also want to feel like free. I like freedom. I also want to feel free. So, what is missing between what I feel when I look at my schedule today and how I want to feel? What's missing? Are you with me? The I part of our intentions for the week, for Sunday, for our Sunday reset. The I part of our Sunday reset is looking at how our schedule right now makes us feel versus how we want to feel. And then figuring out what we can let go of to feel more like we want to feel, and what we can add, what's missing to feel more like we want to feel. One thing that I think we can add in is a soundtrack. You can use this soundtrack while you're actually doing this, while you're actually looking at your schedule. I'm going to recommend Alicia Renese to you. Alicia Renese has put out a series of EPs. Oh, shucks. If I copy this link, I don't know if this link is clickable. Let me look at it. Oh, it is. Okay. I can't play it. Okay. YouTube won't let me play it. I just needed to make sure the link was clickable. All right. So Alicia Renese has put out a series of EPs, and she's got a Rise EP. Actually, I don't think that's a clickable link. My thing abbreviated it. I copied and pasted into my notes, and my note abbreviated. So let me copy it one more time and put it here. Okay. It's in the description of this video. So if you're watching the replay, hello, friends in the future. I hope it's wonderful there. The link to the Alicia's channel is in the replay of this video. So I would say get yourself a soundtrack if the way that we want to feel is not the way that we feel right now. When we look at our schedule, we need to address what do we need to get rid of and what do we need to add. And I think one thing we can add is a good soundtrack. We can do the exercise with a soundtrack, but I think it's a good something to have in your mind to help set the tone. Music is really good at helping set the tone, right? That's what it does. Okay, thank you. Music is really good at setting the tone. So let music set the tone. If how you want to feel is you want to feel some release, you want to feel some peace, I recommend Alicia Renese. Okay? I recommend her and her channel. Alicia Renese is a musician who is sometimes here in the live streams, who is raising money to go on her own sabbatical. So if her music is helpful to you, you also may want to donate some money towards her sabbatical to support her break, her sabbatical. I'm going to link to her coffee here. She has a coffee link, a fundraising link. Okay? So, what do we, yes. So, how do we want to feel? So, we talked about how we do feel. How do we want to feel in the week? For this week coming up, let me, I should have written down this week. Let me look at my Google Calendar for next week. For this week coming up, how do we want to feel? And what do I need to take away and what do I need to add for that to be right? Oh, so next week is the YouTube Success Challenge. How do I not know that? This Monday starts the YouTube Success Challenge. And so I need to feel dialed in, right? There are weeks when I can just float through, right? Float on. I can float through a week like nobody's business, which is how I never know, like, how is it December? I don't know. But next week, I need to feel dialed in. I need to feel sharp. I need to feel empathetic and like a giver. I should be writing this down. Which thing do I want to write it in? Next week, I definitely want to feel dialed in. I also want to feel, sometimes I can be like hermity, but I also want to feel engaged and energized. Dialed in, engaged, energized. But some things are missing from my schedule that would help me feel that way. There's nothing on my calendar right now to help me feel energized. There's nothing on my calendar right now that helps me feel, well, I guess feel engaged. Maybe that's not true. I do have some things that help me feel engaged throughout the week, but I don't have anything on my calendar to help me feel energized in a time when I really want to feel energized. So I need to go back home to my calendar and fix some stuff. All right. Anybody else coming up with things about how you want to feel? Shelly Bass. Hi, Shelly. I want to feel open and prepared. Good. Do you have any idea how to feel more? What is an actual act you can do? Seriously, an actual thing, like something you can put on your schedule to feel more open, right? Even if it's 1% more. Octavia Rahim during Exodus Summit did 2 rest sessions for us. And one of the things I took away from her is she always says, okay, no, right now, what can you do to be 1% more comfortable? And I've been asking myself those questions, not just about feeling more comfortable, but what can I do, whatever thing I want to feel? How can I feel just 1% more of that? How can I feel just 1% more energized? Sometimes the big stuff can be overwhelming. What can I do to feel energized? Well, you know what? I could, if you're in, let's say you're in Delaware and I don't know what the weather's like in Delaware this week. Let's say you're in Delaware and it's gray. You like, well, I could feel more energized by getting on a plane and going to Costa Rica. Sure, you could. But what could you do to feel 1% more energized right now? 1% more open, 1% more prepared. So do you have ideas on that? Hi, Alicia. You're welcome. Thank you for making what you make. Thank you for doing it. All right. Okay. Ahazuda210 says, I listen to Alpha by, I've seen this word a lot, but I've never figured out how to pronounce it. Binaural beats when I do my weekly review. Helps to chill and be focused. Listen, music will put you in the mood. If you need to be in a specific mood, music is the cheat code. It's the shortcut. I use a different kind of music when I'm working. I use video game music without words, without lyrics, to write when I need to be dialed in and engaged and energized. I use video game music. There's a white dude named Austin Wintory who's got a soundtrack that really like makes me feel like I'm a person on in some fantasy world who's out like slaying dragons. It's dragon slaying music. And man, when I need to do something like write the newsletter, write a book, I wrote some of the music. Sometimes I would play that in the background as I was writing my book. I like that video game, like fantasy video game music in the background. I believe in that. I believe in letting music set the tone. It's going to drop you. Music will drop you right into a feeling. You don't have to do a whole lot to get yourself there. Music will drop you into a feeling, right? I was just talking to Rashida just yesterday, and she was in a restaurant was it Rashida had Christmas music in the background or Clarice? I talked to Rashida and Clarice. One of them had Christmas music in the black background. And I was like, this is my first time hearing Christmas music all year, right? It's getting me in the mood already. I think it was Clarice, right? Let music dial you in. Callie says, when I need to be dialed in, I wear red lipstick. I love that. I love that cheat code. Yeah, figure out a way. So my hair, part of the reason that I've focused this week on putting these twists in, even though it probably takes me almost 24 hours because I take my time. No, each one of these, so I have my hair divided up into these twists. Each twist that I divide up and then make into a bunch of mini twists takes me about an hour, no, not an hour, 45 minutes. And I think I had 16 or 14. I think it was 14. Let's see. 14, 45 minutes times 14. 14 times 45 divided by 60. 10 and a half hours. Oh, that's not a lot. That's not that bad. I take 10 and a half hours and I put these twists in my hair at least once a year because I need to be focused, man. I'm focused. And I'm really focused in December. December always is a month when I'm like, I'm finishing this and I'm starting this. It doesn't hurt that I'm hosting this challenge. We just finished the Get Your Next 3 Clients challenge, and I'm hosting the YouTube Success Challenge this week, right? When I need to be focused and dialed in, I don't want to be worried about my hair. I'll show up late to stuff because, listen, I couldn't find a head wrap or my hair this and that, right? I couldn't find my stuff and I wanted to spray in some leave-in, right? This style tells me it's work time. We're getting some work done. I happened to pull up some pictures on my phone. I looked for pictures of December 8th yesterday on my phone. Just, sometimes I do that because I want to post it on Instagram, post some old photos on Instagram or here on my YouTube community tab. And every picture in my phone from December 8th, 2015 to today had my hair in mini twists. I was like, oh, I didn't realize this is my December style. I didn't, I know that October, November, December, I'm dialed in. This is the time of the year when I can do work. But it's also my mini twist time of the year. So, okay, yeah, we do things to get there are shortcuts. There are like habits that we do that can get us to the place we need to get to in a faster place. Josette says, I tried restorative yoga in between meetings this week, and it felt so good. I had the energy to continue throughout the day. Good info. Thanks, Josette. I recommend some of the restorative practices that Octavia Rahim taught us. Child's pose opens you. Good. Okay. Speaking, let me get my typing fingers ready. Speaking of Octavia Rahim, I also want to link you to her channel. She doesn't, now I'm not linking you to Octavia Rahim's channel because she's making videos currently. All right. That's her business. Okay. I'm linking you to her channel just so that you can be linked to this particular Devoted to Rest video. I've watched this video many a time. It's just a few minutes of her talking rest while at one of her rest retreats. And I watch it regularly. Okay, so let me drop that video in there. Octavia Rahim is the author of Pause, Rest, Be, which is a book that you should be adding into your Sunday routine. Okay, your Sunday reset routine. And I'm sweating. And this video is a video that I love to watch. It makes me feel good. It's short. It's only 5 minutes. It's not a rest practice. If you have the Exodus Summit replays, you have links to the replays of her creating a rest, helping us create our rest practice. Okay, so this video is not about creating your rest practice. It's just her talking about rest with a bunch of Black women at a retreat. And I love watching that video. It makes me feel good. Okay. So let's add something like this to your routine. I would add Octavia Rahim's replays from Exodus Summit to your routine. Add that to your routine. Watch it over and over and over and over. The video game dude is Austin Wintory. Since I'm in a linking mood, I'll link to his channel as well. I have 2 of his soundtracks that I listen to, but I also just watch him on YouTube. So I'm going to link to his YouTube channel. Journey is my favorite. Journey is the soundtrack that I use the most. I've done so much work to this soundtrack. Let me get to number 1 because this is starting us off at number 17, track number 17. Let me find the full playlist. I have done so much work to this soundtrack. Like I said, I paid for it. I have it on my phone, and I watch it on YouTube sometimes. Alicia's here, so Alicia, what do you prefer? Okay, if we're going, I know that streaming music is the least paying thing, right? But does people watching your music on YouTube pay you decently enough? Or should we stick to streaming? Or should we stick to buying the music? Can you rank them? Buying the soundtrack, buying so like release, your EP. I should just invite her on. Buying your EP, if you're still here. Buy it, watch it on YouTube, stream it. Can you rank the order in which you would prefer that people do things? I generally, once I listen to something a couple of times, I'm gonna buy it, right? So I own it. But then when I want to listen to it again and again and again and again, I usually play it on YouTube because I hope you're getting paid more. I've already paid you, right? I've already paid for the record, I'm old, I'm an old, okay? I've already paid for the music. But I think watching it on YouTube is helpful to you, but if it's not helpful, let us know. Okay, so that's what I do. I drop myself into work mode. I don't do it enough. I'm not saying I'm perfect at this, okay? But I'm saying when I know I need to drop myself into work mode, like when we used to do those co-working sessions and I was like, I'm gonna write my book in co-working. What I would do is turn on that music, get myself into a sturdy chair. I can't work on a sofa. I can't work well on a sofa or from the bed. I work a lot on a sofa or from the bed. But when I need to be focused and dialed in and engaged and energized, I need to be in a real desk chair. So that's what I do. Okay, have I lost y'all? Are y'all here? Are you here? Are you with me? Connie, hi Connie. The style and length of your hair makes you look younger. Thank you. I didn't recognize you. Thank you. All I want to do is look younger. I just want to stick with an age and just stick there and not get any older. Look any older. I want to get older, but I don't want to look older. Thank you for that. Yeah, I love putting in these two-strand twists. It takes me quite a while, but I move slow, right? I love putting them in. It's a whole lot of hair in a compact space, right? I got a whole lot of hair, but I can put these twists in and then just leave them alone. And then it's really easy for me to wash my hair when my hair is in two-strand twists. Easy for me to keep pumping in my hair products to add in some moisture or whatever. I'm a fan of this style. I just take my time doing it. So you can see right here, this a whole section not done. I have one, two, three. I thought it was four. One, two, three. Maybe three more sections to go. That's not bad. Each one is, like I said, 45 minutes or so. So I'll finish it soon. I want to finish it so that next week during the challenge, I don't have to think about my hair. We're focused. Okay, I'm sorry. Then, okay, good. Thank you, Raven. Okay. Okay, so yeah, I have a lot of hair. I have a significant amount of hair. This is why, listen, I don't do things to it. It takes a lot of time to do stuff to my hair. This is why you see that afro all the time. Okay, Third Eye Nation, I'm here. Okay, thank you. Okay, so how are we feeling about this? We're working on our Sunday rise, our Sunday reset. We're starting with rest, and then we're moving into intentions for the week. For me, to set my intentions, I look at my calendar. I look at how I feel when I see that, how I want to feel, and then what do I need to add and what do I need to take away? Seriously, what do I need to take away? You may not know this. I just brought on a virtual assistant, Celeste. Hi, Celeste, who may be here, to do some things that I don't want to do. That just running a business, right? What can I let go of? The housekeeper came yesterday. Now I'm in a house sit. I'm not in charge of scheduling the housekeeper, but the housekeeper came yesterday. That means that if I wanted to do something like do some meal prep or something, I got a fully cleaned kitchen, right? Makes it easier for me to take the next step because somebody else took the first step. You know what I'm saying? So, what is a thing? What, anybody have some things recently that you've taken away from your schedule that help you feel more like you want to feel? Oh, hi, Mara. Congratulations. Happy Big Top. Happy Big Top. Yeah. I hope you have fun with your hair. Hi, Donna. Savvy Soldier. Great tip for helping with writing. You're welcome. So I don't remember where I first heard that. I feel like it was on Reddit or something like that, where somebody was like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Work to video game music. It's the video game music with no lyrics. Any music with no lyrics, people recommend, right? Even classical music. Music with no lyrics, but that video game music, because it's designed to get you on a mission. And when I'm working, I need to be on a mission. It really, really has been helpful for me. Oh, you're setting up your playlist. That's why. Okay, then continue. Continue. New Life Curator says we're here setting up our playlist. Okay, set them up. Set them up. All right. Yeah. Anyone else? Any other music anyone wants to introduce us to? If I'm the one who introduced you to really Alicia Renice, you're welcome. Okay. You're welcome. So Alicia is a real person who I love and know. Uh, but so talking about her music is kind of funny, like, because she's a real person. But her music will get you there. It will help you express some feelings. It will do some healing up in you. Let it. Let her music work in you. I used Release this morning. I played you Release, the Release EP. I played that this morning while I was working on the outline and writing the description of the video and stuff. Right? Let the music work in you. Okay. 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 Thank you, friends. Okay. Okay. All right. So, what do you want to feel? What can you take away? And what can you add? So, I hope that we'll take away some housework. Okay. I'm not going to stop until every one of you brings in a housekeeper at least once a month, if not every week, at least once a month. Right? Maybe some of y'all could use it twice a week. Some of y'all have other people in your house. So I hope you do some of that. What can you add in and what can you take away? Brittany Joy says, I listen to an artist named Simi from South Africa. Music in a language I don't know also helps me focus. That's right. That's it. Good, Brittany. Yeah, right? As long as your brain recognizes the words and the lyrics, it's a different kind of, you may feel focused, right? Because I also listen to, I ain't no joke. I used to let the mic smoke. I listen to that also when I need to get into a feeling, but not when I need to do work, right? Sometimes Rakim will get you in the right, Rakim and LL Cool J, that's what I listen to when I need to really feel myself. But the lyrics are too much. Your brain is always processing the lyrics. And so if we're talking about music to get you focused to work, that's different from music to get you focused to, like, I'm that girl. Okay? Glamazini. Hi, Roshni. Roshni listens to a video named Tibetan Singing Bowl, Deep, Smoothed Brown Noise, Black Screen, 10 Hours on YouTube when I need to focus. Okay. The Tibetan Singing Bowl thing really speaks to some people. I can't do it. I can't do it. But it's really, those sound bowls and the singing bowls really speak to some people, and I've heard people say it speaks to them on a deeper level, it touches something in them that other music cannot touch. The black screen thing is good because some people like to listen to stuff like this to put them to sleep or the whole time that they're sleeping, and that, the YouTube screen is annoying. So a black screen would be helpful. Okay, Alicia Renice answered our question. The order of most impactful to artists: number one, buying the music is most impactful. Number two, streaming on Spotify or Apple Music. And then number three is YouTube. Thank you for answering this question, because all this time I've been doing it the opposite. I've been doing YouTube before Spotify or Apple Music. Okay, thank you for answering that question. So I'll make that adjustment, because that's what I do. Even though I bought it, I'm like, well, let me play it on YouTube so that they'll get some coins. But YouTube money is less than Spotify money. Okay, good to know. All right. Miss Callie. Hi, Miss Callie. I could use a housekeeper, but my salary isn't high enough to afford one. This is Do you know the price for one day per month? And do you know how to make that money if it's going to make a difference for you? It's easier when when you do something aside from a job, it's easier to make more money, right? To say, well, I need to make, you know, maybe $120. I need to make an extra $120 per month. It's easier to do that when you do something aside from your job. I'm not here to push you to making a side business. But I am saying that those of the people who do something where there's no ceiling to what they make because they don't have a salary, they have a business. It is easier. It's easier to do. But it's still not impossible when you have a job. If you find out from people, where do you live? What city? Do you want to tell us what city you're in? If you ask people how much they pay for a housekeeper and they tell you their number, would that change how affordable it is or isn't? Adelia just put some things on blast yesterday, talking about on her channel. Adelia's doing Vlogmas, a vlog every day in December, a vlog every day till Christmas at least. And she was like, "You don't even know how much it's gonna cost. You're talking about you can't afford it." That was me with the therapist. We talked about that on some video I did recently. How I was like, well, I don't have a therapist because I assumed I couldn't afford it. I never bothered to look it up, right? Never bothered to look up how much it costs. So if you know how much it costs, would that change whether it was affordable or not? If people told you that $120 will get you 3 hours or 4 hours of housekeeping every month, would that change whether or not you can afford it? If that won't change, if that doesn't make a difference, is there something that you want to do to put your money in your own hands? I think most black women have something that they do anyway, and you can just work on how to make more money. I want to hear that an answer, but you don't have to answer, okay? But if you want to, tell us what city you're in, and we can tell you. Somebody here will tell you what a housekeeper will cost you once a month, right? To do a real clean the bathroom and clean the kitchen for real, right? Get them floors clean, right? And then you don't have to think about it. Even fold your laundry. A housekeeper can fold your laundry if you say, right? That stuff that's been piling up after you take it out of the dryer. A housekeeper can do that. This housekeeper does that. They they have a washer and dryer. When I got here, they had stuff in the washer and the dryer, and she was like, "This stuff in the dryer, I think it's been here for days. It didn't smell good to her." So she rewashed it, folded up their stuff, and then they had other stuff in the laundry room that was clean. She folded it up and put it away for them, right? They don't have children. It's the two of them, but that's what she does. Ah, Jolana, mine is cleaning my bathroom now. No. Oh, you're cleaning your bathroom now. Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it. Some things are different. Everything is different for different people. There are things that are more meditative. I don't mind washing dishes by hand in the water, right? In the warm water and the warm soapy water. That's not a thing that gets on my nerves. But cleaning the bathroom, cleaning the shower, I hate it. I hate cleaning the shower. It's the worst, right? Yeah, okay. The wonderful teacher, Cassandra says she found the Lo-Fi Girl and Afro Lo-Fi Girl on YouTube this week. Yeah, so lo-fi music is like slow and I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but yes. Okay. And Lucretia recommends Pramai instrumental upbeat. Look up Pramai. Is it Pramai LOL? Seriously? Pramai LOL? Instrumental and upbeat music. Okay, thanks for sharing that. Rashni says the bowls and the brown noise does it. I need the brown noise with it. Oh, I don't know what brown noise is. Okay, okay. For me, singing bowls sound like an orchestra warming up, and my gut is like, when are they going to start playing? It makes me tense up. I don't know how to explain it. I'd get so tensed up. Like when does the song start? The whole time there's a bowl. All I'm thinking is when does the song start? And then I just get really irritated. So I can't do it. Jolana recommends EDM electronic music. Barely any lyrics. Okay. Release your life. I cannot process two sets of words, so I need instrumentals or foreign languages to be my soundtrack when I'm reading and writing. Yes. Okay. Yes. Okay, Tia put Alicia on her Spotify playlist. Good. Okay, listen. If I put you onto Alicia Renese, I've done you a favor. I've done you a big. This video has already been really helpful to you. So go ahead and give me a like. Hit the thumbs up. Okay. If you didn't know Alicia Renese's music before today, you owe me a thumbs up. You're welcome. Okay. You're welcome. I've done something for you. You don't even know it yet. Okay. The classy hacker, drums and bass when I have to code, gets it done for me. Yeah, use music to drop yourself into a feeling, drop yourself into a mood, a mode. I believe in that. I believe in that. All right, more referrals. Jazzy D says, I listen to Brainwave Symphony. All right, thank you. Junket's adding Alicia Renese to Spotify. Yeah, okay, so there's a move. There's a movement happening. Andre 3000. I bought Andre 3000's new album, something. I've only listened to it one time. I was like, yeah, there's something happening here. Right? If you enjoyed Andre 3000's music, you'll enjoy Alicia's music as well. New Blue Sun. Yeah. Recently played New Blue Sun, Mama Said Knock You Out. Okay, so okay, sometimes nobody can say it like LL Cool J. Rakim had the words Rakim's words get you in the right place, but LL Cool J is yelling, and that is really helpful at times too. Sometimes you need him to be yelling, "I'm gonna knock you out," to drop you in that particular feeling. I use them. Okay, all right. Oh, Veterans Art Therapy Worldwide. I'm so grateful to be here. We're glad that you're here. Devoted to rest is the business. Thank you. She uses all my words. I'm telling you, I watch it over and over. It's only 5 minutes, and it's not intended to be a rest. It's not that. I just like it. I just watch it over and over. Okay, so go ahead, add it on to your to be watched or whatever. Add it to your playlist and use it. Okay, Third Eye Nation. I recently rediscovered Daniel from Soul of Daniel. That's someone I don't know. I'll have to look him up. Thank you. Okay. Okay. Yeah, this is Alicia saying YouTube and Spotify are fractions of a penny. YouTube 0.002 pennies per stream. Spotify 0.003 per stream. Okay. So neither one of them. So buy the music is the thing. Buying the music is the thing. On Alicia's channel, she's got links to her Bandcamp where you can buy her discography a bulk buy, or you can buy individual. And of course, I've linked to her sabbatical fund where you can support her directly. So if you're watching her YouTube videos and you're like, oh, now I know she's not getting paid for this, maybe also drop her some coins in her coffee link. Okay? Thank you. All right. Okay. Okay. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're very welcome. Okay, so I did. Okay. It's already there. Her Alicia's link is already there in the description. I told you I was up this morning working. I planned out the video, wrote out my outline, did the description, dropped some links in there, did it all. I did it. Okay, it's in there. Okay, Angela Miller says I found our housekeeping service through Yelp. They help you get several quotes from different people. Okay, okay. So I'm looking to see if you answered where you are. You don't have to answer that. You don't. That's none of our business. But I just wanted to know, Miss Callie, if you wanted to tell us where you are. Okay, so Falin must have answered a question that was helpful to you. So let's see what Falin's answer was. I'm scrolling. Remember, I'm on a third party called Ecamm Live, and I don't see everything. Falin says, I'm in Sacramento, California. My housekeeper costs $200 per month for full cleaning, 2,500 square feet. So this is once per month or twice per month? $200 per month. So I'm guessing this is a one time, 2,500 square feet, full cleaning, 200. All right. So if $200, y'all know what I'm going to say. If $200 is the difference between you having some peace of mind throughout your week or your month and not, how you going to make that extra? Where you going to get the extra $200 from? The question isn't, it's instead of the, is $200, I can't afford it. Turn it into a question. We talked about this not long ago. Some things that I did some questions I asked myself to reinvent myself, questions I asked myself to get to a point today where I'm living the life of my dreams. One of the questions was, how does she do that? How does she do that? Question number two, now how do I do that? Right? Ask people questions. So you just got from Falyn what it cost her. Now, how do you do that? How does that money, how do you do that? Instead of just saying $200, don't have it, it's not going to happen. I believe in spending money to buy peace of mind. I believe in that. Okay? So, but the question is, if you don't have it today, how do you make the $200? If it's a job, listen, go in there and get yourself a pay raise. You're going to ask for more than $200. Okay? I'm not the pay raise negotiation expert, but you know who is. Team Zekas from Getting Black Women Paid, who was a speaker at Exodus Summit 2022 and 2023. Find her on the internet. I'm not exactly sure the best place to find Team. I think LinkedIn. If it's a pay raise, Team Zekas. If it's a new job, might be Libria Jones. Get somebody on your side to get you the money you need to live the life you want. Right? Yeah, Falyn says absolutely worth it for the peace of mind. I can totally I know. I already know. I don't even have my own house and I love housekeepers. I don't even live in this house. I'm house sitting. I'm house sitting. That housekeeper came yesterday. I was happy to see her. Something I don't have to do. And I leave today. I leave tomorrow. So I don't have to do a whole lot of cleaning before I go. I was happy to see her. I love housekeepers. There are ways that we spend money to buy peace of mind. And a housekeeper is one of those ways, right? If it's not a job, and this is for everyone, right? If the difference between you having peace of mind and not having peace of mind is a pay raise, get your pay raise. Get your pay raise. If the difference between you having peace of mind and not having peace of mind is a new job, get your new job. If it's getting more clients in the business you already have, get your clients. Like, go after that peace of mind. It's worth it. Money can buy you the things that give you peace of mind. So we're not going to pretend like, I'm not going to see the comment that says I can't afford this and leave it and be like, oh no, you can't afford it. No, girl. It's worth the peace of mind. We're going to get you that peace of mind. I pay for peace of mind from having a YouTube channel that compensates me, right? My CPM on this channel is around $28 for 1,000 ad views, which is different from video views, right? 1,000 people watch an ad on my channel, I get $28, right? So for me, when I need extra money, one thing that I do is I make more YouTube videos. Okay. Um, but it's not as predictable. It's not like you can calculate things because I've had videos get $72 CPM. Some of my house sitting videos, sometimes, not every one, but sometimes and for shorter periods of time, some of them get $72. So like 3x what my regular videos get. So it's unpredictable. What I'm saying is, I figure how much money? Okay. What tools do I have to get that extra money? We're not going to stop at it costs X. I don't have X, period. It's not a period, right? Comma. But how do I get it? How did she do it? And then how do I do it? Somebody else's plan is not going to work, but it's helpful. YouTube Premium pays too. I don't really understand the premium calculation, but underneath my CPM, it'll be like, you have this many views from YouTube Premium and you get this much money. So yeah, thank you for that. YouTube Premium pays also, right? However, however you watch your channel, however you watch my channel, YouTube pays me for it. So thank you for that. Thank you for that. As long as you don't have like an ad blocker. Yeah, right. So one of the things that I do next, I've talked about, I don't know if I've talked about it on this channel, but I talked about it on my other, I have a second channel called Stephanie Perry Media that talks about my immediate, me starting and running a media business, right? My channel, my book, hopefully other books, the things. I want to do video games. I want to do some things inside of my business. And over there, I talked about a really aggressive money goal that I have for 2024. And so it requires me, instead of saying, that's impossible, I don't have it. I have aggressive money goals because I have aggressive spending goals. I'm going to Fiji for my 50th birthday, which is July 5. I need to make some more money. I'm going to Fiji, which is expensive already. And then I'm going to Fiji in an expensive way because your girl flies business class now. I'm not going back. There's no turning back. I'm flying business class to Fiji. I'm staying in a lovely hotel in Fiji. No turning back. So some things are changing. I'm making more videos starting now. More, you're going to see more videos from me because YouTube pays me more when I make more. You're going to see a change in House Sitter School. House Sitter School is no longer the House Sitter School bundle, I'll say. The House Sitter School bundle no longer comes with a one-on-one call. It's now a group coaching call. Come to Bali with us. When is Bali? I think my schedule is done for the year. I think it's not even the year. It's not even 2024, and I think I figured out my entire 2024 travel schedule until, at least until like November. I don't think I have. When is Bali? I've been to Bali and I love it. I enjoyed Bali. I did, I got because I was there slower, I got to enjoy a different version of Bali. Bali can be full of Australians and really annoying, but you can find the real Bali in there. And actually, I moved to a couple different islands. I went to Yogyakarta. I went to a few different islands in Indonesia. I really enjoyed Indonesia. Really enjoyed Indonesia. Yeah, right. Like so I'm the last person to tell you, oh, you can't afford it. It's not going to happen because I have plans right now and without the budget to support the plan, without the cash to support the plan. But you know what I'm doing? I'm making more money. I joined a sponsorship community because I want sponsors on this channel because I want to make more money because I'm flying to Fiji business class. Okay? I have aggressive spending goals coming up, right? I got to pay an attorney, adoption attorney. I got some stuff to do. I'm going to have to make more money. I understand that. I totally understand that comment, right? I want Miss Callie and anybody else to know. I understand that comment. I understand saying I really want X. I really feel like I need X, but I don't have the money for it. How are we going to make the money is the question. How are we going to make it? We're not going to stop there. We're not going to stop with I don't have the money for it. I need it, but I don't have the money for it. That's not a period. Yes, we're going to live our dreams. Hi, I haven't seen you in such a long time. When are we going to see each other again? It was, we saw each other twice and then never again. Oh, yeah, right. If somebody gets to live her dreams, then everybody should get to live her dreams, right? Because the person who's living her dreams is no more deserving. We see people living their dreams, and sometimes it's natural, I think, or not natural, but we're told to be convinced that they're exceptional, that they're special, that they're more deserving. No, they're not. No, she's not. No, he's not. Maybe some things fell into place in a way that wouldn't happen for you, right? But also, they're not more deserving, and they're not. We just got to keep. We got to. Get clear on what the dream is, and then keep moving forward. Keep making progress. We're going to live our dreams. We're not going to spend every Saturday together for however many years we do this and end up still in the same place. That's not why we're here. We don't gather here Saturdays at 10 a.m. Eastern to end up in the same place. We're living our dreams. If you don't know what your dreams are, the first thing is just a sabbatical or a career break. I'm going to give you that dream. If you don't know what your dreams are, make your first dream, I want a significant period of time where I don't work. Make that your first dream. Yeah. Fiji looks amazing. Keena Williams, who is, I know her from the Nomadness Travel Tribe first, and then Rashida and I interviewed her for a series of videos we did called 12 Days of Career Breaks. Plus, I think she's been a speaker at Exodus Summit. She's like Fiji's Black ambassador. She goes to Fiji quite often. She takes group trips to Fiji. Takes groups of people to Fiji. She loves it. She has a woman there. She calls her grandma, her Fijian grandma. She loves Fiji, and I'm like, okay, me too. You know, like, girl, you're not gonna live that dream, and I don't live that dream. Okay. So birthday number 50, July 5, I'll be in Fiji. I told y'all. I think I told y'all that. If you're coming, come. I think I think Rashida and Katrina will be there. If you're coming, come. Fiji's only so big, okay? Flying to Nadi Airport and ADI, flying to the airport. I get there on July 4th. I leave on July 11th, okay? If you're coming, come to Fiji. If you look at that flight and you're like, whoo, and the flight in the hotel, and you're like, whoo, start today on your plan. The good news and bad news is that that week is a week when air travel from the U.S. is not going to be discounted. Okay, it's 4th of July week. Travel is not going to be discounted, so you don't have to worry about the price of the flight. Like, the price is going to be the price. I think. Yeah. Maximized money. I love that. My work reflects my spending habits. That's a word. I don't want to live minimally from an experience perspective. That's a word. That's a word, right? We don't want our experiences to be minimal. Even if we're minimal in our stuff, in our accumulation of stuff, we don't want to be minimal with our experiences. We don't want to be minimal with our living. That's a word. Okay? Expansive living, expansive experiencing, expansive giving, expansive joy. I want all of it. I want all the experiences. I want all the joy. I want all the abundance. Expansive living. We might have minimal things. I live out of 2 suitcases and a backpack. We might have minimal things, but we experience with expansion, with abundance. Because Black women deserve all good things, and we deserve to enjoy those good things out loud. Thank you. Thank you for that. Okay, so the sanctuary is giving some advice. Make $120, do hair for your friends and their kids. I think the kids is the key, right? Braids, cornrows, right? One thing I know about Black women, we know how to make extra money. We just may not know that we are deserving of using the extra money for ourselves, right? A lot of y'all make extra money doing this and that, but you don't spend it on yourself. If I have my way, you will. Yeah, how am I going to make it? How am I going to, the words, so Rachel Rogers would say, generate the money. You don't make money. When I did that nanny work for the lady in Australia, the 7-year-old was not really understanding. He was like, if you can just make more money, you just make the money. And she was like, well, not, you don't make it, you earn it, right? But I beg to differ. You don't really earn money. Or you can earn money, but you don't have to earn money. But you can generate money, right? There's a difference. There's a difference. Some of us I've gone from earning money to generating money, right? Working in that pharmacy, I earned that money. That was hard work. To me, earning money it means there's some hard work involved. Here, this YouTube, thanks. I mean, it's work, it's effort, it's time, But also, it's not the same, right? Working in a hospital pharmacy on night shift during flu season and during COVID season, which I never had to do, I'm so grateful for that, is not the same as making YouTube videos to make money, right? So yeah, that's the question. What when you do a thing, it's what I love about artists, but also, entrepreneurs and coaches and consultants and freelancers. When you do a thing and then there's a money thing, a money goal, an expense coming your way. We get to ask the question, okay, well, how am I going to make that money? Instead of being downtrodden because the money is not already there. Okay, we're going to generate it. We're going to generate it, right? When you see some me talking about sponsors on this channel, I've told you 1,000 times, I want white men to pay me for this work so that I can live my dreams, right? You're going to see it. I don't know when, I don't know who, but you're going to see sponsors on this channel. I want white men to pay me for this work so I can live out my dreams. And we can continue to live our dreams. We can do it together. Oh, okay. So Deborah's in Ecuador. For a second, I was like, girl, no, it's not. Deborah's in Ecuador. Okay. 60 plus Black women expats is Deborah Valerie. And she's in Ecuador. Her weekly housekeeper, $25 for 4 hours. Massage therapist who comes to the condo every week is $35. She'll be here at 3 p.m. today. Enjoy. Right? She's coming up on her first anniversary in Manta, Ecuador. So one way that we may be able to live our dreams is to go to a country that is more conducive to living our dreams. Yes, Adelia. Yeah, Adelia just talked about this. We're going to move from can I to how do I? From I can't to how do I? From I don't have to how do I? It's questions. That's the difference. That's the difference between the person who's living her dreams, I think, and a person who thinks that you are not deserving for some reason. The difference is that person who's living their dreams is not talking about what she can't do and what she don't have. She is figuring out how to, who to, right? Who's got the shortcut? You know, I love me some shortcuts. Who's the coach that has the shortcut? Or who's the coach that has gathered together people who I would love to have in my circle? Here's the thing that's totally unrelated to Sunday recess. We're going to get back on topic. There are people who view my YouTube channel and the Exodus Summit community as places that they would love to get in to do business. Yes, right? I understand that. But instead of getting in community with us, they just say, tell your group about my thing, send your group to my thing, right? Get in community with us. Get in community with people. That's unrelated. Let me get back on track. Let me get back on track. What am I excited to show my children? Hi. Let's see. Oh, so lovely, Ray. I did it. Oh, so listen, reading screen names is really hard. I'm excited to show. So my children don't exist yet. For those of you who are new here, they don't exist yet. Okay. Yes, I'm 49. Mind your business. Okay. I'm excited to show them. I'm excited for them to. Well, okay. So real. I'm not. I'm going to answer your question, but more. I'm excited for what they're going to show me. It's really amazing that human people are born with a personality and you can see who they are going to be and who they already are. You can see that in a child, in a little baby. You can see that person who's coming down the road. I'm excited to see that, who they will be, and how that's represented in them as a child. Yeah, I'm excited to show them that they have what they need already. A lot of people, a lot of adults think that they're just waiting for some external reward. I hope that I will view one of my main roles as a parent to be teaching them that you have what you need. The happiness doesn't come from the outside. The satisfaction, the fulfillment, even the love doesn't come from external sources. It's in here. You nurture it in here. and that it will manifest itself on the outside. That is a thing that I'm really glad to teach people in general in life, and I hope to show and impart into my kids. I think that I talk to a lot of women who feel like they have to do external outside things to be validated, to be cared for and loved and or just seen. And I hope that I raise kids who are those things within themselves, who are themselves who feel worthy, who feel whole, and who don't feel like they have to look outside for those things. The striving that Black women do, the achieving that Black women do, we do it mostly because we think we have to earn our way to being seen and valued, loved, respected. Spoiler alert, you can't earn it. There's no way to earn that. If someone doesn't already feel that, treat you that way, do that for you, feel that for you, there's nothing you can do to earn it. There's no amount of degrees that will make people treat you better. And so I hope that we can short circuit all of that. I think me and my kids, I think I can help them short circuit all of that and just be very loving to yourself. Be very proud of yourself. That's how you get those things on the outside. They have to start on the inside and then they're manifested on the outside. I promise y'all, we're going to get back on track. The Sunday reset. Sunday reset, okay? We talked about Sunday or whatever day of the week for you, sometimes feeling like you're falling, declining because you know that that Monday is coming, that Monday that you dread. But I submit that we can, instead of feeling like Sundays have us falling, Sundays can feel like we are rising. We can rise into a Monday or whatever that day is, feeling good. So we're talking today about the rise steps. Rest, intention. So with rest was just rest. Sleep until you wake up. Take a nap and go to bed on time, right? Those are the three basic steps of a Sunday rest. Intentions for the week. Look at your calendar. How do you feel when you look at this calendar? And how are you going to feel when the week is over based on your calendar? Okay. Now, how do you want to feel? Okay. So I think the difference between how you feel and how you want to feel, a difference is what stuff do I need to get rid of and what stuff do I need to add. So I told you next week I'm going to be hosting the YouTube Success 5-Day Challenge. I want to feel dialed in, engaged, and energized. Right now, based on my calendar, I'm going to feel busy and like I'm trying to catch up. To feel dialed in, engaged, and energized, I need to add some things into my week. We talked about this already on Instagram. I need to make sure I'm feeding my body, I'm fueling my body with the things that are going to make me feel good. So I need to make sure on Sunday there's some time for me to get good food. Actually, yesterday I ordered a whole bunch of Indian food. I'm here, so I ordered for yesterday, today, and tomorrow because I leave late tomorrow, or I leave after lunch tomorrow. So I ordered some Indian food because that is food that's delicious, that makes me feel full, and is full of like good stuff. It's good food. So I ordered a whole bunch of Indian food yesterday. So I got the food down for this next few days, but not for the week. So once I get to my Airbnb, I need to make sure that I have food that's going to make me feel energized and not sluggish. So that's one thing I need to add to my schedule. Getting the food, doing the food prep. I don't mean literal food prep because I'm not doing that. Okay. I mean planning what I'm going to eat and maybe ordering it now and maybe deciding when I'm going to order for the rest of the week, right? I have the breakfast covered. I have a whole bunch of oatmeal. I have a whole bunch of bacon. Bacon and oatmeal to me is a decent breakfast. Don't tell me if it's not. But I need to find out if there's a blender at the other place. If there is, I'll also get some stuff to make some smoothies. I have chia seeds. I've been carrying chia seeds for weeks, but I haven't had a blender that I wanted to use yet. And then, so what stuff do we need to let go of and what stuff do we need to add? We've talked about the housekeeper. There are other ways to let go of things, but housekeeper is really my favorite thing. It's my favorite way to let go of stuff. For those of you who are not running a business. If you're running a business, my favorite way to let go of things is pay somebody to do it. Pay somebody to do the things, right? Let's see. So that was the I. Rest, intentions. What do I let go of and what's missing? Did anybody add anything to their calendar or take anything away from their calendar while we were just talking? The S in rise, if we're talking about how to rise up to our Sunday, to our Monday, set up stuff. S, set up stuff. On Sunday, use Sunday as a time to set some stuff up. I put the basics. I put food, clothes, and hair for me, right? For Sundays for me, if I do something to make sure I have food and clothes, clean clothes, and do something, make a plan for my hair on Sunday, I know I can have a smoother week. I can rise into Monday ready for it and not dreading it. Yeah, so those we've already talked about food and hair and laundry. So I think we've covered those things. Let me scroll down a whole bunch and see if I'm gonna skip a whole lot. Astrid, maybe I should start ordering meals again. Listen, I'm not cooking. There are people who do things for self-care or for fun that I like, what? Cooking is one of them. I don't get it. I don't understand. I don't like it. I don't like it. And I don't understand how people like it. There are people whose hair routine is care for them. They love doing their hair. Listen, I'm like, put that stuff away. Let me put my hair. How can I put my hair away for 6 weeks? This is how, right? I'm not here to tell you what your thing is. I'm just here to give you some ideas so you can do what Adelia says and ask yourself, how can I? How can I for myself, right? So if you like cooking, cook. If you don't like cooking, don't cook. Ozzy, oh, do I do my laundry at the house sit? Do the owners let you use their washing machines? Yes and yes, yeah. If I had stuff here, the housekeeper would have done it for me yesterday. She asked me. Yeah, yeah, when you're house sitting, you live in that house. I use the kitchen. I use the laundry room. I live in this house. If they got a pool, I'm using the pool. Now, these people have this in a complex, and there's a pool here, but I haven't been in this pool. It's not quite, it's kind of been warm enough, but not quite. It's like on the bubble. It's in the 80s. It's gotten low 80s every day. Anyway, yeah, 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 yeah. Use the stuff. I live here for these days. Okay. Astrid, food for a week is usually a headache. I'm like, so I'm only 49. I think I'm gonna be here for another 60 years. You telling me I got 60 more years of what am I gonna eat for dinner? 60 more years of that? I can't wait until I sit myself down in a place, in a house, in a town, and I can pay someone to cook, either prepare meals and bring them or do something more where I don't even have to figure out what I'm going to eat that day. I mean, that's my dream. Oh, okay. Am I still live? Okay, local recording stopped. It's okay. My dream. That's my dream. Not having to figure out what I'm going to eat today. 60 more years of this every day. Okay? That's the thing that I can't wait to get rid of. Okay? Oh, my mom. What'd you say, Mom? Let me see. I don't see it. Oh. Oh, okay. Oh, thanks, Mom. That's very nice. My mom says during my developmental years, this is what we saw in you. My mom, in reality, I was a talker. I talked too much, uh, and my mom, my mom put in a lot of effort to get me into gifted programs, and then I would just kind of sabotage it. She did see. Okay, so my mom and my dad did see that I was a person who had some ability. Uh, and my dad made me do things even when I didn't want to do them. And my mom tried to put me in gifted programs, and I would just sabotage it. I'm not doing that. I want to do as little as possible. But they always made sure that I did things like, because I was a kid who was a hermit also as a child. So they always make sure I did things with people, did things in front of the church, so that I wouldn't be a person who was terrified of speaking. I can talk to anybody. And that's because my mom is a talker, and my mom is the reason I can talk, and my dad is the reason I can talk to anybody. Because they made sure that to put me into things to nurture some things. I don't know how to explain it. I was always a talker, and I was a kid that they thought was smart, but also a kid who was going to do very little and who loved to stay in her room by herself or stay in their room and play on their dresser. My mom had like perfume bottles and stuff, and I just would love to play in there by myself. And so they made sure that I got out in the world, and they made sure that I got in front of the church. And anytime anything was happening, I knew Connie Perry don't sign me up. I don't care what it is; they've signed me up. I'm in the play. I'm going to the talent show. I didn't have no talent. I'm in the talent show, I'm in the play, I'm in the thing. They made sure of that. So I don't have to feel like, oh, I'm terrified of talking. I'm terrified of this. Yeah, I used to line up all her stuff on the dresser. We moved out of that house when I was 7 or 8, but I remember vividly, like, that was my happy place. Get on that dresser, rearrange everything. The perfume bottles, the big powder puff makeup, the big powder puff thing, and right? I was so happy in that place. And they made sure that I got out into the world and had friends and did things. Because I was also a very tall child. In kindergarten, I was me and Karen Rousey. The picture of my kindergarten graduation is absurd. My kindergarten graduation photo is absurd. There was me and Karen Rousey, who looked like high schoolers, and then a whole bunch of kindergartners. Ridiculous. It was just ridiculous. I could have been a kid with a lot of hang-ups and things. I could have, but I wasn't. And it's because they did see, well, we got to do something about this. She's 8 feet tall in kindergarten. We got to make sure. And then I had older friends. I just, like, instead of hanging out, like, at church with the kids my age, they let me hang out with the teenagers because I looked ridiculous with the kids in the children's choir. I can't be in the children's choir. Anyway, yeah. So thanks for that, Mom. Thank y'all for that. Yeah, I can talk to anybody. I don't feel, I'm only 5'9", but I was 5'9" in elementary school. I'm only 5'9". I'm average height, but I was also this same height in elementary school. That kindergarten photo is so absurd. It looks like nobody would believe it's real. Not only is there one giant kid, there's two giant kids. Why are there two giant kids in this kindergarten? Yeah. Yes. Okay. Setting stuff up. Do we have questions about setting stuff up? I'm average height. Average height is 5'9". I'm an average height person. Thank you, Rashni. Rashni, who's Glamazzini, embraces the title of tall. Rashni is I think you're 6 feet tall or so. She embraces the tall title. I feel like I'm an average height person. Josette said Markeisha and I were the tallest girls in our elementary school. Yeah. Yeah, right. There was a lot of reasons for me to not be a happy kid. Small, like not major reasons, but I was really tall. We left a black neighborhood in a black school, and we went to the whitest place. And those kids they were not good to me. I got kicked off the school bus, right? Like they were not good to me. So it could have been, I could have just been a sad kid, but I wasn't a sad kid. I was a happy kid. And it was because they did some things. And they made me do things. They made me do things, even though I would have done nothing. I would have been, I'm the same person then that I am today. I would have been satisfied doing nothing. I'm in the house all day. I, eat, I don't do anything, but they made me do things, and it worked. It worked out. It all worked out. Okay? Food, hair, clothes. So stuff, getting stuff organized for the week on Sundays. A week is 168 hours. Am I right about that? A week is 168 hours. So we want to take at least an hour and a half and set up the rest of the week by getting our food, our hair, our clothes decided. 7 times 24, 168 hours. Yeah. So I think it's only fair to want to spend at least 2 hours on a Sunday making sure that we get our week prepared, get the stuff prepared for our week. We want to set up the stuff. For me, really, food, hair, and clothes. If I got clean and unballed up clothes, because my clothes spend a lot of time in the suitcase. If I have some clothes that are clean and hanging up, I have won a major battle for the week, right? If I have my hair in some way that I'm not going to have to do stuff to it every day, I have won another major battle for the week. I'm working on the third, the food. I'm not doing well with this at all. We talked about this on Instagram. I did an Instagram live on Wednesday. I'm not doing well with food at all. I promised y'all, I committed to y'all that I was going to stop eating Captain Crunch for dinner because I'm an adult, and I have not stopped eating Captain Crunch for dinner. I just threw out a box yesterday, right before the housekeeper came. I took some trash out. I just threw away the box of Captain Crunch. It's still my default dinner, but we talked live and I came up with some options, which is why I ordered all that Indian food. Okay? So whatever. Okay. So I'm doing better. Okay. Get off my back. The food thing is really a problem for me. It's a problem for me. Preparing my food for the next few days or for the week is something I don't do well. And then at the last minute, I'm like, oh, well, I have peanut butter and jelly. I always have peanut butter and jelly. I have Captain Crunch. And then I got McDonald's on Rappi or on Uber Eats. We can't do that. I can't keep living like that. I can't, right? And then I'll be like, oh, my clothes don't fit. Oh, my panties are too tight. That's no fun. That's not the way to live. Rashni says, I'm 6'1". I also have absurd class pictures. Yes, the picture is just ridiculous, ridiculous. Tasha says 5'9" is not average. Google it. Google it. How tall is the average American? It's going to tell you 5'9". 5'9". How tall is the average American? 5'9". I'm average height. Thank you. If you're not 5'9", you're a small person. When I be like, my mom is a little person, she's like, that's not what that means. My mom is probably 5'2" or 5'3". I'll be like, because you're a little person. And she'll be like, that's not what that means. Yeah, get over it. Okay, little people, get over it. I'm average. I'm an average height woman. Mara says I need to get cut back ordering. I have days where I don't want to cook. There's some in between. I don't think ordering food is a bad thing. I just think what I choose to order has been problematic. Right? Ordering McDonald's and KFC every week is a problem for me because then my panties don't fit, my bra's too tight, right? That's miserable. I don't want to be miserable all week because I didn't take time on Sunday to decide on what to eat. So this is the thing I need to do for me. This is what I need to do for me. Oh, Cat's sister just got to Costa Rica. That's good. And they just bought some Captain Crunch. So in Mexico, I don't know if I ever saw Captain Crunch in Mexico ever. I'm not exaggerating. I don't know if I ever saw it. So I was so excited when I got here and I saw it. And I was like, oh, it's on. It's on. In Mexico, my go-to cereal was Honey Nut Cheerios. Honey Nut Cheerios are worldwide. Havana says, what is everybody eating today? I'm having butter chicken from the Indian place. I got butter chicken, jasmine rice. I got some what you call it? For dinner. We're talking dinner. For breakfast, oh, then I'll tell you my breakfast too. Butter chicken, jasmine rice. I got some samosas, some vegetarian samosas. And that's it. The samosas were huge, huge. So I didn't even cut into it yesterday. So I have a whole bunch of samosas. Um, I have bunch of limes on the counter you may see. So I'll probably have limeade because I make lemon. I make limeade like lemonade because I finished my ginger ale. Ginger ale is my champagne. I treat myself with ginger ale at times. I finished my Canada Dry. So I'll probably have limeade with that for dinner. For breakfast, I have bacon, eggs, and one last English muffin today for breakfast. And then coffee, I got coffee with vanilla extract and heavy cream for breakfast. Yeah. So I did Google. So I bought a rotisserie chicken here not too long ago. There's a place called R.I.S.E here in Costa Rica. And that chicken didn't taste like anything. So just the other day, after we had we had a conversation live on my Instagram. So just then, I Googled how to jazz up a bland rotisserie chicken. And they were like, girl, you know what to do. Just put some soy sauce and some lime juice and some something else on there. So I will add that into my repertoire. The roasty place. There's a rotisserie chicken place. There are, I'm sure, local rotisserie people who make bomb chicken. There was a place in Lake Chapala, I think in Lake Chapala. Okay, so the black women in Lake Chapala, Mexico, told me to go to this man and get you a rotisserie chicken. I went to the man and I got me a rotisserie chicken. He cut it up in a bag. He cut it up into pieces, put it into a bag, a plastic bag for me. I walked into that house, stood over that kitchen sink, and ate half that rotisserie chicken. It was so good. I think it was kind of like chili, lime. I'm not good at name that flavor. I always ask people, what does this taste like to you? I think it was like a chili lime, something he had either marinated it in or something. So after I Googled this the other day, I was like, oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Chili, I got plenty of lime juice. I keep lime juice down here. I keep limes. And these limes are so juicy. These are the juiciest limes I've ever experienced. Like I don't know how to explain it. Juicy, juicy, juicy. So chili, lime, and soy sauce is what they told me to put on my rotisserie chicken. So I am going to start adding that into the mix. Buying the rotisserie chicken, that bland rotisserie chicken, but then doctoring it up myself. I'm telling you, that man, I was like, let me taste the chicken. It wasn't even dinner time. I brought the chicken home. It wasn't even dinner time. I brought it home, right, for later. I stood over the sink and I was like, well, let me just eat a piece of it. And then I was like, oh, let me eat. Next thing I know, I ate half a chicken. That stuff was so good. Now, it was a pretty small chicken. It was pretty small, but that was delicious. So I don't know what y'all are Googling. What did you Google? I just showed y'all. Average height, 5'9". You see that? Okay? Enough. Enough of this. Enough of this. Google average height for American. It'll say 5'9". Okay? Even Tico agrees with me. Okay? I don't know what this is about. I don't know. I don't know what this is about here. Okay? I don't know what's happening. But let me be average height. Thank you. Okay? I don't know what y'all are looking at. Y'all's Google don't say the same thing my Google says. Y'all's Google does not say what my Google says. Little People Crew. Oh, pho is also a delicious meal any time of the day. In Vietnam, they eat it for breakfast. Yes, that's a thing that I'll order anytime. I found a few places here. Nobody's meat when I order the pho is the meat is never as tender as what I had just at some regular street shop in Vietnam. But still, pho is something that I'll eat all the time. And it's actually a thing that I did write down to learn to make, at least make a version of it myself. If I can add that into my repertoire and have like a big old pot, because Kat talked about making a pot of soup. I can't remember what kind of soup Kat told me she just made. And I was like, well, if I could make pho or something like it, or like a real ramen, I would do better. I would eat that and I would be happy and whatever. French fries are my go-to vegetable. Me too. Me too, Shelly. I'll be like, well, today I'll bake them. I'll do better today. I'll bake my French fries. Would I consider fasting for a day? I would consider it on a day when I had nothing, when I have things to do, but I don't have to be in a good mood. I'd consider it. I've done intermittent fasting where I only ate for like a 6 hour window in the day. Get on, Tico. You about to knock my stuff over again. Get. I would consider fasting, but it would need to be a day when I wouldn't have to be a nice person. I could work that day, and I should. I think it's probably easier to fast on a work day when your mind can be occupied. But I am not a nice person when I'm hungry, right? I am not a nice person, so I can't do that. I don't know what y'all have to prove here. Okay, average height. Thank you. Thank you kindly. Thank you. Yeah, I think I'm gonna hire a chef when I get a place here. That's like my main plan. Rashida's mom has someone who preps meals for her in Merida, Mexico, and I'm like me too, like done. I just can't wait. I mean, I just am in it right now. I'm in house. I'm just going from house sit to house sit to house sit. So once I settle back down, which because my calendar is so bonkers, I don't know. Next year is not looking like I thought it was going to look. But maybe May, probably June. I go to Fiji in July. So I would like to get into a house in May here, rent a place in May. But then I'll be gone to Fiji in July, hopefully Fiji and some time in California. And then I'll be back here August until the end of Exodus Summit, August to October. So I don't know when I'm going to have my own place here. I don't know. Crystal's got the Green Chef meal delivery service. Yeah, not sure what she'll do when she leaves. Yeah, I think you're in Atlanta, right? You're from Chicago but live in Atlanta, I think. Yeah, we all have to figure out what is going to work for us. Aw. I'm in San Jose, Costa Rica, still house sitting Tico. All right. So, okay. So we done with the setup for the week? No, nothing else to add about setting up our stuff. So our rise method for Sundays is rest, intention, setup, and then E, explore new possibilities. My favorite part. My favorite part of my Sunday time. Something that I already do. I don't do some of the other stuff yet. Okay. The setup, the food, I don't do that yet. But it's my favorite thing to do on Sunday is exploring possibilities. I take time on purpose to think about what seems impossible and then how can I get a little closer to it being possible every Sunday. This includes those of you who are in a job today that every Sunday evening you start to feel blue, sad, down, upset, scared, panicked, anxious because you don't want to go to that job on Monday. This is for you as well. Take time every Sunday to get yourself closer to the place where you don't have to go to that job. For some of you, seriously, it's just the mindset shift that says, I can quit. Some of you just don't know that you can quit a job that doesn't serve you. We have been programmed to be loyal to jobs with no payoff. We are programmed to be loyal to jobs with nothing in exchange, nothing in return. For some people, all you need is to work on how do I practice a little more disloyalty? How do I flex that just a little bit more in my life? That is really a solid step to F that job. I don't, that job, I don't need, I'm not staying on that job, right? I don't mean quit a job and become an entrepreneur because that's not for everybody. I mean, quit a job and take some time off and then get another job, get a better job, right? Not everybody who quits a job stays out of job life forever. I happen to have, right? All right, I don't want a job. But for some people, what the work that you do, you like doing. You just want a better job. There should be time every Sunday, if not every day. There should be time every Sunday where you move yourself a step closer to leaving, preparing yourself to go. I don't know, for some of you, it might be financial, but for a lot of people, for a lot of Black women, it's more about the mindset. It's more about being a person who can quit a thing. We're not supposed to be quitters. And for some people, quit is a 4-letter word. I'm here to tell you it's okay to quit things. You have to make room for good. And we got to get rid of some of the bad. Just like we did on our calendar, we got rid of some stuff that doesn't help us feel the way we want to feel. That might include your job. That might mean your job as well. It's okay to quit things. Okay? Those Black women in Lake Chapala, they hooked me up. I didn't know anything there. I was there, just like there. And they're like, here's where you go. Here's the rotisserie chicken man. They were only open, let me think about this. Lake Chapala, there was a man in Lake Chapala, and then there was a woman in San Nicolas, like a little bit north of San Nicolas. Like, it wasn't like you could just pull up at any time and get it, right? You need to know when to go and what time to go and all of that. And they hooked me up. Oh my gosh. I will never forget that day. Standing over that sink. First of all, the chicken is in a plastic bag. It's not, what's it called? Boston Market, right? It's in a plastic bag. I couldn't stop eating that chicken. I just stood over the sink in my house sit. I was in the house sit. I just stood over the sink and I was like, well, this house gonna be today. And he wasn't open. I don't remember if he was open like 2 or 3 days a week or something. I was like, I don't even know when I'm gonna get back. Oh well, okay. I done ate 4 days worth of chicken. This how it's gonna be. Aw. Hi, Jackie. My email address is stephanie@vicarious.com. YouTube blocks a lot of stuff, so you can't put your email address in, but I can. VAYCARIOUS.com. My email address is stephanie@vicarious.com. You can email me there. Yeah, C. Saunders says I've quit jobs before. Yeah, I am a serial job quitter. I would quit a job in a minute, but a lot of us are not there. A lot of Black women. I mean, you can understand. There's a lot of history that has made it difficult for us to quit jobs, literally. And then that has transformed into emotionally, mentally difficult for us to walk away from things. Some of it is because a lot of women, a lot of Black women in particular, do work that is so important to other people, that affects other people so much. It's one thing to quit a job when you're a credit analyst for a credit card, for a bank, right? But it's another thing to quit a job when you work for a local foundation or a nonprofit, when you work in the community, when you do community service work, when you do, right, when you do mental health work, or when you are the one of one in your field. You're the only Black woman who does this. Your first Black woman to get that. All of that weighs on Black women and makes it really hard for you to walk away and walk towards what you really want in your life. But it's got to be done. It's got to be done. How much of your life do you want to sacrifice for other people? How much of your life do you want to be a martyr? How old do you need to be before you start living for you? It's got to be done. It's got to be done. Okay? But I understand. Sometimes I'll deliver things in a flippant way, but I'm not taking this flippantly. I understand why black women don't quit their jobs. Black women don't quit things. But I'm here to tell you, we would feel happier if we did. We would feel better if we did. Okay, I understand. Genesis 1:11. I quit is my love language. Oh, Brittany Joy, I have a Google Drive full of resignation letters. Yeah. So Brittany's, I think you're a little younger. Okay, you're a little younger than the average community member here. I think that there are women, Gen X women, who have never quit a job. Right? Gen X and baby boomer women who never quit a job. Got promoted and promoted, but never just walked out. Y'all are mistreating me. I quit. Or this job no longer serves me. Thanks. I quit. Right? There are black women my age and older who have never quit a job. When I moved into the pharmacy, I quit the job as a credit analyst and I went to work in the pharmacy. And the person, not the youngest person, but the person who was there the least amount of time, the women, pharmacy technicians, are mostly women, and pharmacists are lots of pharmacists are women as well, right? The person who on the night shift who was there, the newest person, they still considered her the new girl until I got there. She had been there for 8 years. She was there for 8 years and she was the newest. She was the new girl until I came. There were women on that job who'd been there for 35 years, right? We don't quit things, but we should. We can make that change. We can make that change. Maybe, what can I quit this month, right? What thing can I quit before the year's over? All right, let me look at the thing. Yes, student loan debt is a real barrier to leaving a job. But the good news is, if you don't make money, your payments are less, right? If you don't make money, you get your, I don't know what it's called. It's not a deferment, dispersal, deferment. I don't know what it's called. If you don't make money, you don't make student loan payments. If you're working to pay your student loans, I hope you find another way. Find something. There's got to be another way. Your whole life can't be dedicated to paying off those student loans. Make more money or find somebody, like a lot of people, including some women in this community, got their student loans paid off recently. Figure it out. Find something. Your life can't be dedicated to paying those student loans. Your student loans cannot be the boss of you. Get help. Find solutions. How can I? Not, I can't. Not, I can't quit because of my student loans. How can I? How can I get rid of these things? How can I get these things put off for a while at least, if not totally gotten rid of? How can I? We can't live for that kind of stuff. Life is short, but it's also long. How long do you want to repeat the way things are going today? Our Sunday reset routines that we're working on together are so that we can have a life that we love, the life we would have only dreamed about. We thought we could only dream about. But we need to quit some things to get to the things we really want. So instead of I can't, how can I? Adelia taught us that. How can I? Rashni says, I've had to learn to be a peaceful and aligned quitter. It's a process, but I'm on a roll. Oh, good. Good. Yeah, I'm not saying, oh, it's easy, just do it. I said, spend time every week and work on how to make this better for you, how to make this a reality for you. Seriously, make time every week during your Sunday reset to get yourself closer to quitting something, right? If it's a process, start the process. Saying it's a process and then not starting the process is not helpful. It's just talk. Those are just words. If you acknowledge that your thing is a process, friends, start the process. We're going to start the process, okay? And we can use our Sunday reset time to start some processes in our lives. Start some quitting, start some dreaming, start some whatever it is. Start doing less, start doing more of what we do want to do. Put that time on your calendar. Put it on your calendar. That Sunday reset, make that Sunday reset time that you move 1% closer to your dream. That Octavia Rahim saying 1% more, 1% more is so helpful because things are scary. They're big and they're scary and they're hard. But when you say 1% more, oh, I can do that. I can figure that out. And then the next and the next. I don't really understand how numbers work. But 1%, and then when you get 1% better, closer this week, and then 1% closer next week, you're not 2% closer. You're 1% times, you're more than that. I don't understand it. I don't really get it. So, like, let's say you have 100, and next week you have 101 because you're 1% closer. Well, the next week, when you add another 1%, you're at 102 point something, right? And then the next week, you're at 103 point, right? It's like, I don't know, exponential. It's not exponential, but compounded. Oh, we've talked about this, how I don't understand compounding interest. I still don't get it, right? There's compounding interest in improving 1% and then 1% and then 1% and then 1% more every week, right? So that it doesn't take as long to get to the finish line. Okay, compounding interest. It's not, you're not just adding 1%, you're adding more than that. And at some point, 1% more is what used to look like 10% back in the day. Y'all don't want me explaining numbers to you because I don't even understand them, okay? But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Compounding interest. Let the compounding interest work in you. That's the thing that I've been saying for the last couple of years. I want to get a better understanding of it and I want to use it more importantly, right? I'm always talking about how I want to go back to running, but I always have to start over at zero. Whereas if I just kept working out, I wouldn't be starting over at zero all the time. I would have that compounded interest. Keep moving. Keep making progress, even if it's 1%. Compounded interest adds up. Let that compounded interest work for you in whatever thing, whether it's a mindset thing, an actual money thing, a workout thing, whatever it is. Let compounded interest go to work in you. It's a law of nature. It's not something it's not magic. It's legit. Let it work in your favor. Forbearance. Thank you, Josette. Yeah, let's find a way that instead of I can't, how can I? Okay? Write that down. Adelia told you that. Write it down. Listen, yeah, there were women there 35 years, right? One of them just retired not too long ago. Okay? Listen, sometimes I'll say things in a flippant manner, but I don't take it lightly. Black women and our loyalty to things, I hope we reevaluate that. Where's the reciprocity? What are you getting? Because if they hired somebody, when you leave and they hire somebody, they're going to pay that somebody more than they were paying you. Give yourself the gift of quitting. Quit some stuff. Okay, I'm far behind. Okay, so explore. The E in RISE is for exploring, spending some time on our Sunday reset to explore what could be, even if it's not what's possible today. Take some time and explore what could be, and then move yourself closer to that thing. I'm convinced that the women who are living their dreams are no different, no more deserving than any of us. They just made sure to move towards the dream. They got a clear dream and then they made some steps to get towards it. Even if it's what y'all call a baby step, which is not my favorite word in the world, my favorite term. Because baby steps are really hard for babies. That's why we celebrate them. Baby steps are really hard. Babies don't have muscle tone. Their bones are really soft. They don't know. They don't even understand. They don't know anything. They don't know anything, and their bodies are fighting against them. Baby steps are really hard for babies. You all call things baby steps. You don't even know what you're saying because baby steps are really hard, and they deserve to be celebrated. We celebrate baby steps, don't we? I remember my niece, the first steps that she took. We were all in my parents' den, or the first steps I saw her take. We were in my parents' den, and her mom and dad were sitting on the floor, and her mom turned her bib around backwards and said, "This is your cape. This is your power. Now you can walk now. This is your power." And she sat her down. She stood her up, and she took her steps. And we celebrated that. We cheered that. They were clumsy, and she fell down. She was like stumbling. I don't even know if it counts as walking because she was stumbling and then she fell, right? But everybody celebrated those baby steps. Baby steps are really hard. So we take our steps towards the thing that we want, and we make that a good part of our Sunday reset. I couldn't remember what it's called. We make a good part of our Sunday reset is taking steps towards what we want. I don't want to, and I don't want you to live a life of repeating the same week over and over and over and over. There's more. There's more. I'm a witness. So we're going to take some time during our Sunday reset and work on the next thing. Oh, good. Jolana, $6,000 left on student loans. Good. Paying them off next year, hopefully by my birthday. Good. Good work, Jolana. Get rid of them one way or another. I don't care how you get rid of them. Right? I don't care. One way or another, Josette. How can I? Ask the questions. How can I? If you quit your job and you don't make any money, you don't pay them student loans. How can I? All right. Okay. D. Marie, I wrote letters and they granted it. Are you talking about a forgiveness? You talking about forgiveness? Okay. D. Marie had $100,000 in student loans forgiven. Okay. Ask somebody, Josette, and all of you, ask somebody how she did it. And then how can you do that? How does she do this? And then how do I do this? My favorite questions. Two of my favorite questions in the world. How does she do that? And then how do I do it? If it's a thing that you want. Okay? Figure it out. Something. Public servants. Okay, okay. We had Reba, who's here sometimes. Shoot. I don't know if I was supposed to say her name. There's a woman who's here sometimes in the chat who also had a significantly large student loan forgiven very recently. Something. Okay? D. Marie says resubmit. Try it again. Try it again. We're not living our lives for these things, for the house, for the car, for the loan. Those things are supposed to make our lives better, not run our lives. We're not doing that. My house ran my life. I hated it. It was the boss of me. No, indeed. It's not supposed to be like that. All right. So, explore. The E in Rise is to explore what's possible. Spend some time, please. If not every day, at least every week, exploring what could be for you. My favorite questions: how did she do that? And now, how do I do this? Right? Spend some time every week if you can. If there's 168 hours in a week, I hope you can spend 1 hour exploring what could be for you. Even if you really think it's impossible, it's okay to really think this is not possible for me. Because all the time inside of the Exodus Summit community, we see women come in like, I just want to be here to support. I can't take a sabbatical. I can't take a career break. I'm just here to support. Next thing you know, oh, hey, yo, I'm heading to such and such on my career break. I'm gone for 6 months. I'm gone for X months. Spend some time every week where you work on what's possible for you. What's possible for me? What am I working on? We already know. I don't know if I need to share this, right? So the whole reason I'm in Costa Rica is to get residency, to adopt kids, and to start my publishing, and to publish my book and start my publishing company. That's what's possible. That's what I work on. So when I start thinking about what's possible, it's like, oh, I've gotten to a level where I'm living a version of my life, my dream life. I'm living a version of my dream, probably the 2.0 dream. And so I'd be like, okay, well, how do I move into 3.0? Where is the 3.0? And where is Dream Life 4.0 going to take me? Yeah. So I talked on my other channel is Stephanie Perry Media. So I talked on that channel about my money goal. I think I did that. It may have been on Instagram. Child, it's harder. I think it was over there. Talked about my money goal for this year, for 2024. Y'all know what I mean. And some stuff, some new things that I'm kicking off. I've talked at length about wanting sponsors and stuff, how I want some of the money to come. But yeah, when I talk about what's possible, some of it is about the business stuff. Some of it is about the personal life stuff. There was a time when I thought motherhood for me was gone, too late, impossible, right? But then I decided to take the roof off, take the roof off and find another way. Instead of, I can't, how can I? And so that's why I'm here. That's why I'm here. Right? It's why I need sponsor money to pay for some attorneys and stuff. It's why I'm here. Um, Exploring what's possible for you can start off scary, you can start off blocked sometimes. So this is why I recommend you be in community with some people who are doing some things that seem really far off for you. Because they really do make it much more realistic and much closer than you think. They just have some cheat codes or some shortcuts to help you. Let the people with the shortcuts tell you their shortcuts. Get in community with them and let them tell you what their shortcuts are. I grew a business from nothing to I'm spending my birthday in Fiji because there are women who have shared their shortcuts on the internet. And now I share my shortcuts on the internet. I do coaching and I do things. Coaching is it. To share what my shortcuts have been. Get you some shortcuts. Get in community with people who are going in a direction you want to go, even if you don't know specifically. Get in community with people who are going in that direction, kind of. Feels right, even though I don't know what I want for myself. Feels like it might be this, right? Get yourself in community with those women. And then ask them how they do it. So serious. How did you do that? And then how do I do this? Okay. How did we do on this video? How did we do on this live stream? Did anybody actually write something down? Did anybody come up with a Sunday rise reset routine? So what I came up with, some of this is stuff I already do, right? What I came up with is a good 2 hours of time. I'm going to go with 2.5. I'm going to say it's closer to 3 hours of time. I have it blocked off on my calendar, Sunday starting at 6 p.m. Wherever I am, 6 p.m. Sunday evening. I usually finish, when I do coaching on at 5 p.m., what am I saying? On the first Sunday of the month, coaching for me ends at around 5 p.m. And so then I have time to do nothing. And then it's time to kick into my reset for the next week. It's time to kick into my Sunday reset routine. Look at my calendar. Sometimes my calendar needs to be rearranged. I usually forget to do it. I usually do it in my mind, and then I forget to tell Clarice what I need, right? But it starts with looking at the calendar, what needs to be rearranged. Okay, what's missing, and what do I need to take off? What do I need to give to now Celeste or Clarice, or in the Exodus Summit World, Francis? What needs to be delegated? What needs to be deleted? What do I need to add on? What's missing, right? So this time I would say, once I get to my new Airbnb, I need to block off some time to figure out the food, or I'm going to order McDonald's and KFC and eat Captain Crunch for dinner, right? So my Sunday reset time, I have 2 hours blocked off, but it probably takes me closer to 3 hours. Look at the calendar, set up the physical things. Sometimes it's really me hanging up stuff. So serious. Like this week of the challenge, I need to have clothes that are semi unwrinkled for 5 days. And that's not like me. My clothes have been in a suitcase for weeks now, right? What's just coming out of the dryer, I'm going to do some laundry today. So what's just coming out of the dryer, I'm going to have to pack it up and move to my Airbnb tomorrow. So I'm going to need to take out some time and hang some stuff up. I have a steamer with me. I'm now traveling with a travel steamer. I think Rashida has a steamer, and I was like, okay, me too. So I now have a steamer, so I'm going to need to look at, do I need to hit some stuff with a hot rock, or is it going to be fine? Like this was balled up. This looked awful until about 10 minutes before I went live. By the time I got out of the shower, it was fine, right? Anyway, the clothes for the challenge, lay that out. My hair is almost finished, so I'll finish that. And I'm not going to have to think about my hair during the challenge. And the food I'm about to fix. And then I'm going to move into the exploring what's possible portion of my routine, portion of my Sunday. I'm already moving towards some things. So some of it is actually looking at breaking down the tangible things I need to do, right? I've made money goals for my business that are going to require some stuff. So part of it is going to be making sure my calendar has time to communicate with sponsors, potential sponsors, time to do X, time to do Y. Some of it is tangible, like moving things not tangible, but like moving things around on my calendar or putting them on the calendar to begin with. And I already said YouTube videos are a way that I make more money, right? Make more videos equals make more money for me. And so I need to make sure the video planning time is on my calendar. The actual when is the video going to go up is on my calendar. But then also, seriously, there's just time for me to sit back and think about what I think is impossible, but I want. It's impossible, but I want it. Now, how do I do it? How do I get myself 1% closer? Like Octavia Rahim would say about comfort and rest. How do you get yourself 1% more comfortable? For me, how do I get myself 1% closer to this being a possibility? Some of it happens in my head, some of it happens on a piece of paper, some of it happens on a calendar. That's Sunday evenings for me, most of the time, with some new stuff that we just talked about added in. Did anybody here come up with your Sunday reset routine while we were talking? Or tweak yours in some way? Or are you going to wait? Ra, what's the difference between vision boarding and what you're doing now? Vision boarding for me is about really specific goals. The calendar is about making progress toward the goals. So my vision board includes the things I want. I want my own home or apartment or something, and I want it furnished with this. I love um, colonial Mexico. No, what is it called? Colonial? That's not it. You know, the desert, the Spanish colonial. I love a good Spanish colonial house, and I love a good Spanish colonial, the like the interior. There's this very particular look, right? That's on my vision board. Now, on my calendar and on my especially on my Sunday reset routine are the things I need to do to get that. The next steps I need to take to get there. Okay? The vision board is for the vision. The calendar is for the execution. I need both, right? I need both. I think it's nice to know where you're going. You can do just the calendar and not have a vision board. You don't need a vision board in your life. But where are you working? What are you working towards? I think without a vision board, a lot of us are working towards somebody else's goals. I think once you sit down and make your vision board and you start dreaming and visioning and possibling, you get clearer on what you actually want. Adelia and Ivana filled up their vision board class, but friends, anybody here hosting a vision board class? Or Adelia, if you're still here, theirs is full, I know. So to me, okay, this is me talking. I just tell you what I think about everything. To me, the vision board is the vision. The vision board is what you want to move towards. And the calendar is how you're going to get there. The calendar is the steps. The calendar is breaking down how you're going to get there. My vision is running a 10K. The calendar is the workout time, which I haven't done. Okay, the yoga. I did do yoga too. So we talked on Thursday. I did yoga Friday and Saturday. I did a sun salutation workout. I'm really not in a place to do. I got to get myself together. I gotta get myself together. Okay, so this is okay. So that's the answer. Did I answer that question? The vision board is for what you want, and the calendar is how you get it. Uh huh. Yeah. You can have a vision for. Listen, I've had on my vision board write a book for and the same. I had the book title on my vision board for the last 2 or 3 years. The book just exists now because I finally put writing time on my calendar and stuck to it because I did the writing in public on my other YouTube channel, which is called Stephanie Perry Media. I sat and wrote my book chapters live. I wrote my book chapters live during co-working sessions, co-writing. We call them co-writing sessions, right? That's the difference. Yes, Karen or Karine, hi. I signed up for Adelia's vision board class coming up soon. Yes, right. I know she said it was sold out. But anyone else who's doing, but Adelia is Picky Girl Travels the World. So go over to her YouTube channel if you didn't get on it. Picky Girl Travels the World. Go over to her YouTube channel if you didn't get into her vision board class and see if she's got another one. See what she says, okay? And anyone else, if you have one, say it in the chat. You can't link to it. YouTube won't let you link to it. But if you have a vision board class coming up, as a matter of fact, did I share it? I may not have shared it because I think she said it was full. I'm going to link you to her channel. Does she have a vision board video? Saving 401k, own your fear. I think it's probably this video that I should link to. No, let's look for a live. Spend money, lessons. Do you have a video specifically about the vision board? I'm going to link to the video with Rock because that's probably a video where they talked about the vision board workshop. That's my best guess, okay? And I don't see anybody else in here saying that they're hosting one, but that's okay. Just watch. Roshni's doing, what, Roshni, are you still here? Roshni's doing a planning session. I did share that. Let me look on my thing. Roshni's Glamazzini, and she's doing an annual planning session. Now all of a sudden everything wants to pop up on my screen. And she has not yet announced that this was sold out. So let me tell you this. Where's the best video, Roshni, to link to people that talks about the planning session that you're about to host? I don't see one. Let me look in their community tab. Virtual planning retreat started yesterday, but I don't think it's too late because I don't think it's too late. Virtual planning retreat community. Copy, paste. Okay, virtual planning retreat with Glam. Z, knee, boom, and back. Okay, so if today had got you thinking, listen, I need a little more, I need a little support with this thing, get in Roshni's virtual planning retreat. Okay, the community tab, why didn't I just link to it? Has the post, create your 2024, and the link is here, copy, paste. Okay, I wish I had linked to that, but it's good to see her. Okay, so this is her thing, retreat, glamazzini.teachable.com. Okay, it's not too late to get into her virtual planning retreat because it's taking place over, of course, first because part of it's virtual, or because it's virtual, but also because it takes place over time. You're working on a few different like modules, I think. Modules. So you can still catch up on the previous and work on the future. Okay? All right. I believe with my whole heart that coaching is the cheat code. Or some of you don't like the term cheat code because you don't play video games. I just mean it's the shortcut, and we love shortcuts. Okay? We embrace shortcuts. You could do things the long way, but getting coaching is the shortcut. So get coaching with someone who addresses the thing that you need. If what you need is help getting started on YouTube, there were still 5 spots in the YouTube Success Challenge when I went live today. YouTube Success Challenge is my 5-day challenge where we work on how you create a YouTube video. I'm sorry. I'm trying to look for the link and talk at one time. That's not what we do. We learn how to grow your YouTube channel or start one if it doesn't exist yet by teaching the YouTube algorithm what your channel is about and who your videos are for. This is a 5-day challenge that starts Monday through Friday, starting this week. Vicarious.com/challenge. We've got we're letting 35 people in this time. I alternate. We did 30, last time we did 40, this time we're gonna stop at 35, which is why we still have 5 spots left. Might be 6, 5 or 6 spots left, or had when I started today. Vicarious.com/challenge. So YouTube is really good at recommending videos to people, to the right people. That's probably how you found this YouTube channel, because YouTube recommended my videos to you. That's because I'm very clear. I communicate the right data to YouTube. I tell the YouTube algorithm who my videos are for by telling them who else my people watch, right? My ideal viewers watch specific channels, and then YouTube recommends my videos to people who watch those channels. It's the system. It's normal. That's how YouTube works, right? I'm not talking about any like hoping and wishing stuff. This is how YouTube works. So the YouTube challenge starts on Monday. If you have a channel and it's not growing, or if you don't have a channel yet, join us in the challenge. You have to commit to making a video on Thursday or Friday. Okay, most of us will make our videos on Thursday. Some will put it off and do it on Friday. Part of what you're paying for is feedback on that video. So you're joining the challenge because you're ready to make a video and make it public and put it out into the world. If you're terrified, that's not a reason to not join the challenge, because most of the women in the challenge are afraid to make a video, and they make the video during the challenge. Okay, being afraid to do something is another reason that you get coaching. You don't just say, I don't do that, I don't do that. You say, I'm afraid, who can help with this? And you get coaching, and you come into a community of people where everybody's afraid, and we're all going to do it together. All right? Now, if you are adamant that you just are not going to make a video, you're going to come to the challenge, but you're not going to make a video, don't come. Don't come, okay? This challenge is for people who are going to make videos. It is incredible. It's an incredible community of women. Imagine going from, I make videos, but nobody knows about it, to these 30 black women know my channel and know what I do and know me. This is not follow for follow. We don't do follow for follow stuff. We do real growth, right? Which you can repeat and replicate over and over and over, okay? But it's really helpful to have some other people know about your channel. If your channel right now is just poor little tink tink, right? Right now, nobody knows. You're putting all this time and effort into it and nobody knows about it. The community plus the teaching that I'm going to give you about how to communicate with the algorithm will help you grow. So, YouTube Success Challenge, if you're watching the replay and the challenge is full, you can join the wait list. But also consider taking the Get Found on YouTube Masterclass, which I'll link in the description of this video, which is the same information but without the community and without the feedback from me. Okay? Yeah, if you really want to grow, YouTube changed my life, okay? And so if you want to grow a YouTube channel for whatever reason, because you have something to say with the world, because you have products to sell, whatever reason, get coaching on how to grow a YouTube channel. I do it really well, okay? My YouTube challenge walks you through specifically who is your target audience, who are they already watching, what videos do you make that is a bridge from them to you, and then how do you get the algorithm to recommend your video? How do you make a video that's good enough for the algorithm to recommend? And then how do you get the algorithm to recommend it? That's what we do. 5 days, power packed, okay? But replicatable. You're gonna what you learn in my challenge, you do over and over and over. I have 151,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel. I was not gifted 151,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel. I have 151,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel because I got clear on who I wanted to talk to. I got clear on who y'all were already watching. The good news about YouTube is the people who you want to watch your videos are already watching somebody else's videos. They're already on YouTube. Who do I want to watch these videos? Who are they already watching? What videos can I make that will bridge the gap, that will drive them from there to here? How do I make sure my video is good enough for the algorithm to want to recommend me? And then how do I give it the data on who to recommend? That's what I do over and over and over and over again. And that's what I teach. Okay, YouTube Success Challenge, vicarious.com/challenge. Remember, if it's sold out by the time you get there, you can get on the wait list for the next one, which I don't know the dates of. Clarice and I haven't gotten together to work out 2024's challenge dates yet, but we will. We'll do it. We'll do the challenge in 2024. I just don't know when. Price is going up. This is the last time at this price. But then the Get Found on YouTube Masterclass is the same info without community and without feedback. So if you don't want to wait for the next challenge, which will probably be February, my February is looking a little, probably in February. Cape Town, I go to Cape Town, South Africa in February, and then over to Mauritius. And I'll probably host the challenge while I'm in Mauritius. But that just means it'll be bedtime for me, but daytime for y'all. That's okay. It's okay. Price is going up is what I was saying. Price is going up, and we don't know the next dates. So the Get Found on YouTube Masterclass is the same information without coaching from me and without the community. Okay. All right. Did everybody hit the thumbs up on this video? No. I can tell already. Okay. If you don't mind, hit the like button on this video. If you think that there are some other black women who might like to hear this conversation about Tico the Wildcat and about Sunday resets, about my hair, and my partially done hair, about everything that we talked about. If you think there are other black women who would love to get in on this conversation, the like button is the way that you signal the algorithm. You signal to YouTube that you think somebody else would want to watch this. And then YouTube will go out and try to find somebody else to watch it. So helping me, helping other black women, thank you for that. Okay? I've put you on to some people. I put you on to Alicia Renice. I want the credit for that. Okay. I put you onto Alicia Renice's channel, but some other women in the chat have shared some other places where you go. If you were looking to set up your Sunday playlist, if you're looking to find the resources, those resources are here in the chat in the replay. So use them. Thank you, everyone, for no, there's no coupon code. It's the price is right. Yeah, Josette. The price is right. Josette sells things also. Um, I am confident that it's worth what I charge. I'm confident that it's worth more than I charge. So I don't do discounts on things like that. As a business person, we talk about this a little bit on my second channel, which is called Stephanie Perry Media. I talk about the pricing and my ideas on how to do business things over on that channel. And I think if you can get people 4 or 5 times what it costs within a year, a YouTube channel that's growing can earn someone 4 or 5 times what my challenge costs them. Whether you have secondary products or not, right? If your channel is selling your coaching, you should be able to 10x from your YouTube channel growth. You should be able to 10x the cost of the challenge in a year, right? If you're selling businesses, it might be less because, profits are, if you're selling products, it might be less. Profits are funny. Things cost things. Bottles and packaging and shipping cost things. So it might be less than 10x. But you can get 4 or 5 times what I charge you in the challenge, out of the challenge, when you put it into use and grow a channel. If you don't sell anything, you can still get the money back by making money in some way. Maybe from YouTube, I've said the word 4 times, monetization, but maybe just from affiliate sales of something else, right? So I'm confident that it's worth the price. And so I don't have a discount code. You're not going to find a discount code. Ain't no discount code. And you probably shouldn't be discounting your stuff either, Josette. Okay? When you said you probably shouldn't be doing that either. Did I finish what I was saying though? I think so. Thank you. Was I saying thank you? If not, thank you. I meant to say thank you. As always, so sometimes I get reminded that we don't have a moderator on this live stream. And I'm like, I'm so proud of y'all. I don't like the way that sounded. I appreciate you. I appreciate you for making this a place where I don't have to worry about, is there a moderator, right? I don't have to worry about any kind of foolishness. I don't even have to worry about small problems, like small annoyances, because first of all, my audience is black women. You're the best people. We're the best people. But you come here to give just like I do. I come here to give something. I made my little outline. I came up with some things I wanted to give you today. I come here to give, but so do you. You come here to give to other black women. I appreciate that so much. Thank you. We have a good time together on Saturdays. Hopefully we learn and we grow together on Saturdays. We have some community on Saturdays. We share some stories and some nonsense and some foolishness on Saturdays. And I appreciate you so much. So thank you for that. We're going to keep it going. Oh yeah, I can't announce. Yeah, we're gonna keep it going. Rashida will be here soon on a Saturday, but I told her I may need to move her date, so may need to move her up a week. But yeah, thank you very much for being here. Patty says, thank you for a wonderful start to my Saturday working on the rise. Good. Okay. Keep me posted. If you come up with a routine, a rise routine for Sundays, let me know. Keep me posted. How am I going to take credit for stuff if you don't tell me? Okay? How do I take the credit? Rashni says, I'm worth the money and so are you. That's the point. That's the point, right? That's it. Thank you. Thanks, Rashni. Yeah, so Rashni, was I right about it's not too late for people to join your planning session? Am I right about that? Um, every time I'm like, oh, I don't think, okay, so let's see. One more thing, the thing I always forget. Let's type it in there. May not have any today. One super chat. Thank you for the super chat. I hope you're still here. Word Up Psychotherapy. I hope you're still here. Have some dessert on me. Thank you. Thank you. Happy Saturday, Black Beauty. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I hope you're still here. Thank you for that super chat. Since you said it's for me, I'm going to keep it for me. Super chats usually go to the Vicarian Sabbatical Fund, but I'm going to keep that for me, and I'm going to buy me some. There's a dessert here that I really love. I don't even know what it's called. It's just always on the menu, and I just buy it. It's like a dulce de leche cake. I'm gonna buy that for me. Thank you kindly for that super chat. Okay, friends, have an amazing week. See you next week, and see you inside. I couldn't have said it any better, Teresa. Have an amazing week, everyone. See you next week, and then see you inside of the Exodus Summit community as well at exodussummit.com/community. See you, friends. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye.